Good morning, Florist.
Yeah, good morning. I need a message on flowers. You deliver flowers?
Yes, we do.
2 dozen flowers.
You want 2 dozen roses?
Well, first I need to tell you a message on the flowers, please.
Okay, and the message?
Robin, sweetie,
Robin, sweetie,
take off your PJs.
take off your PJs.
Yes. Daddy is coming in.
Take off your, wait, hold up.
All right.
PJs.
Yeah.
Daddy's coming in.
With the Vaseline.
With what?
With the Vaseline.
Is this a joke?
No. Please. This is my daughter.
Coming in with...
With the Vaseline. Now, one more line.
Okay.
When we was in the shower, your butt cheeks was warm.
Hang on, I'm still writing.
Okay. Okay, can you please read it back to me?
Okay, it says, Robin, sweetie, take off your PJs. Daddy's coming in with the Vaseline. When we was in the shower, your butt was warm?
Your butt cheeks. Your butt cheeks.
Oh, your butt cheeks.
Yes.
Was warm. Okay.
Yes. One more line.
Okay.
I put a little bit of Vaseline on the tip of my dick.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put messages
Please,
like this down.
I pay double, please.
No. I can't do this. This is obscene.
It's my daughter, please.
You're talking about your daughter?
Yeah, but she's over 18. Just
I
turned
don't want to hear this. This is, no, I'm sorry. I cannot do this, sir.
We play games. She just turned 18.
No, thank you.
Robin, it's time for news.
Howard, I'm Robin's dad. And over 30
Robin,
years
it's
ago,
time for news.
I recorded one of many Howard great nights with my young, sweet, over 30 years ago, I recorded one of many great nights with my young, sweet Robin. And here, you will all find out why I have ham hands, why she likes high colonics, and why she likes big dicks of her tight, juicy asshole. Right?
Amazing. Dad is going to tell us all that.
Man.
He does answer every one of those. Though.
Wow.
Robin, your daddy's asleep. Take off your PJs. Daddy's coming in with the Vaseline. Your body's soft. Come on, juicy asshole. Right?
Amazing. Dad is going to tell us all that.
Man.
He does answer every one of those. Though.
Wow.
Robin, your daddy's asleep. Take off your PJs. Daddy's coming in with the Vaseline. Your body's soft. Come and give Daddy a big hug and a tongue kiss. When we was in the shower, your butt cheeks was warm. Maybe it's a fever. After touching you, my hand smell like ham. All right, baby, get on all four. I'm going to lick your ass.
Get on all four.
And grease you up. I need to take your temperature. Don't worry, I put a chunk of Vaseline on the tip of my dick. Daddy loves you.
Thank you.
You grow up with jokes one day. Oh, Robin, so sweet and cute. Unconsciously reenacts my abuse with high colonics and loving deep penetration in her ass. Daddy loves you. Bent over the sink.
Oh, my God.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
That's some daddy. Wow. That's daddy.
Great.
All right, Robin, it's time for news.
That's the greatest song ever.
Pretty amazing. I didn't think it could get better.
Okay. Well, that's that. So, I'm recording. First I want to check out this. I had this marked down, and I don't remember why, but it must have been something good.
All right, very good. That's a little musical interlude. What happened to Stuttering John? He was doing Jackie stuff on the phone. That's why I brought him in here.
Right, he was going to tell us Jackie lines from his Joke Central phone conversation.
Yeah.
My note says exactly, John Melendez is a scumbag user. Jackie and John phone problems. That's the name of the title of the video. All right.
Jackie sits back in the office there, After the
Ron's
show.
back there immediately after the show. He has to make some phone calls.
Every day after the show, it's the same thing. I run out of here because I can't take it. I just can't even bear to sit here anymore. And Robin looks for me. I'm gone. Fred walks around in a daze. And Jackie runs back to this little office, the Jock Lounge, and just does business.
Hero of the stupid. It's the joke lounge after the show.
Yeah, and you can't get in there. And if you walk by...
No one else can make a phone call in there.
And you think really important stuff's going on, but if you walk by, you catch we always catch like little lines of Jackie like doing business, but it's like wacky business.
It's like business nobody else is into.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's almost like he works in the garment industry.
Right. How much did it cost?
I never watch these videos. I normally just listen to them. Watching the screen is annoying the shit out of me. It's like somebody videotaping a picture and they can't keep their hands still.
Hey, you hear stuff like that and you go, you know, what's Jackie publishing his own book again?
Do you see I put your name in
It doesn't stop moving.
the page? I put your name in one of the jokes. You like that?
Yeah. He's always on the phone to some guy.
I can't keep watching that. I gotta just go to the comments.
Imaginary guy. You don't even know who he's talking to.
No.
I gotta believe they're the same guy. How many people could he be calling with
I don't know. Hey, I got your name at the joke page. Did you see it? Nobody's even seen this magazine yet that he's working for.
Where is this magazine?
Platinum Magazine. An excellent publication.
Yeah.
Featuring Dan Foreman.
What was the one about his joke books? He's like
He goes, I packed my suitcase full of joke books and I went to the airport and then I went to the gig and didn't sell. I had to bring all the books back with me. I broke my back.
See, I told you, it's always moving.
It's always about like moving large quantities of stuff.
Myself.
And then you hear him doing business. Well, how many seats we have sold? All right, I'll try and do an extra plug for you.
Well, hey, it's not my fault. That's a holiday weekend.
Right, yeah. I like that you go by and he's doing the plane tickets to Europe and bitching about he's got to pay for his wife's plane tickets.
Oh, no, I got to buy my wife's plane tickets. Oh, man.
The Jackie business hour. We should really just get a tape recorder.
Yeah, I tried once. I tried twice, and he found the tape recorder both times.
You got to get it in there.
I even went to Spy Tech to find out, if I could get a smaller one, because he finds it. But
he must check the room every
I don't know. You think I should print up joke pencils? What do you think? I don't know.
I mean, the arguments will be over 2.5 or 3 cents.
Yeah, right. Well, because he buys in bulk. You're talking about...
I pay 2.5 cents.
There's a lot of decisions when you sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops.
I sell good quality shirts, man. They're real good.
People don't realize everyone says they charge too much money, but those are good quality shirts.
Excellent quality.
Now look, we bring you business.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I thought was funny about that. It's just annoying the shit out of me. Okay. So, next up we have the Artie Quitter podcast. This has to be the best Artie Quitter there ever was. It was recorded, let's see. It says 8 months ago. That's not true. That can't be true. Let me try to find out here if it says. This is the most controversial episode of the Artie Quitter podcast. It was removed permanently from Artie's site because of Stuttering John's drunken behavior. Wonder how it's up. It's up on, I think that's Artie's page, isn't it? I guess it's not. Because it's up on 2 pages. It's up on that one, and then this is Best of ACP, or AQP, Artie Quitter podcast. And this one is AQP full episodes, Artie Quitter podcast full episodes. So, alright. I always thought this was Artie's channel. I guess it's not. So this is my absolute favorite. As the thing says, it's controversial. This was my favorite of Artie and John. It's just amazing. It's amazing. We're gonna let it go. I think I might just let it roll. There's a couple things I can comment on, but I love it. I love it because John is an absolute scumbag, and you can tell it from this episode. Think of all the things that Artie would let John get away with, and John still. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, I keep saying that. So, in this episode, I couldn't tell you when this was. I think it was 2016. Let's see. Let's try to do some research. When was Artie Quitter. Oops. Podcast. Airing. Let's see. Lange sites. Richard. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was 2016. So it started. So episode 2 was on January 6, 2015. How weird. January 6. 1/6. The same. But this is episode 2. It wasn't episode 1 of 2015. Okay. I don't know. Radio Gunk. Artie Quitter suspending podcast after 400. Okay. Oh, Air 1005. I've never seen that. Okay. Artie Quitter podcast. Howard Stern. So I would guess anywhere from obviously about January of 2006. Hold on, I gotta turn this mic again. I don't know what happens with this mic. I swear I don't touch these buttons. And every week there's some new problem. Either it's too low, it's way too fucking high. Now it's so low. Look at that. What happened? I gotta go right up next to it. Now it's permanently red. Oh my god, this fucking mic. I'm gonna kill this fucking. I don't know how you'd ever kill a mic, but I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna do it. All right, here we go. I'm gonna let it roll.
We are back. My next guest tonight. Please welcome a very funny guy, Artie Lange.
Our next guest is one of the funniest guys there is. He eats devil dogs for breakfast and cigarettes for lunch. Hey, ladies, here he is, Artie Lange.
We're joined right now by a hilarious comedian. His latest project, the Artie Quitter podcast, is available through artiequitter.com. Please give a warm welcome to a good friend of the show. Here's Artie Lange, ladies and gentlemen.
Our next guest is a regular on the Howard Stern radio program and the author of this New York Times bestseller entitled Too Fat to Fish. Here he is, the very funny Artie Lange. Oh, Artie.
It always makes me laugh when I see Artie Lange on stage, knowing I'm going to outlive him.
A Jack Daniels swilling, pizza eating, dog hating, whore using, cocaine abusing, hairy back, big belly blowhard from New Jersey. The fat little bastard known as Artie Lange.
Okay. Full disclosure. Like that means anything. So I have listened to this podcast many times. I couldn't tell you how many. I absolutely just enjoy it. Let me think. Okay, so it's with Russ Maneve. He's an old friend. They talk about, he was a part of one of the Stern Show stories that probably many of you will remember. He's actually, I can't tell if he's funny. I don't know. He doesn't really say much. Gotta turn this down again. So, and then they're with Stacy Pressman, or is it, Tracy? Something like that. He introduces everybody. Stacy was starting his new podcast with John, and one of the things that I was gonna add is, I might just do it at the time, I'll remind you, but it sounds like Stacy actually quit the podcast with John. At the time, she was doing a podcast with John. I think they were on, this was a simulcast. This was a simulcast between them and Artie. And I think this might have been the last one. She even alludes to it at the end. So pay attention for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Please welcome to the stage Arthur Lange. What'd you say?
For only 15% off.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let me know, Dan.
please welcome to the stage Arthur Lange.
Oh my God! Turn this down. Turn my
Aren't you
volume
going to
down.
eat?
Turn his volume down. No, eat. Go ahead, John.
Go bananas.
I can't hear shit.
Are we on? We're on the air. We're rolling.
This whole time?
That familiar hack you're hearing. not comedy.
The unfamiliar.
Hey,
Not
that's so
comedy.
nice of you to call
Here we
me
go.
Cough.
Here we go, Tammy. It starts already.
Oh, Stuttering John.
Are we starting? Is this?
We're on the air, buddy.
On the air.
All right. Well, can I just say that we're doing the Artie Lange podcast? What is it?
You want to make this official?
Yes, and
This is when John still thought he was somebody in show business, and he was trying to act like he was professional. He was trying to act like he was somebody. My fucking mic is such a horror. He was trying to act as if he was still in show business, and he was trying to act professional. So Artie goofs on him about it. I mean, it's kind of a main theme that runs throughout the show. There's many things.
The Stuttering John podcast on iTunes and Podcast One. Love, Romance, and Other Lies with Tim Pescatelli.
What are you doing? You're doing an official intro to your show?
Well, yeah, we're simulcasting.
Well, why don't we
this.
tag it at the end or something?
All right, whatever.
No, do it again. Go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're here listening to the Artie Lange podcast along with the Stuttering John podcast.
What is
that's the former announcer for the Tonight
Stuttering
Show.
John podcast.
Someone wooed him away from his original job.
Love, Romance, and Other Lies with Tammy Pescatelli.
So that's her name, Tammy Pescatelli. And here's Artie. This is great.
John, let me ask you something. Have you given up?
Given up what? Have you?
Trying.
Have you
What
looked
are
in the
you
fucking
doing?
mirror? Have you looked in the fucking mirror?
I'm talking about your attitude here. Are you officially putting your show on the air?
This is like Rocky 3. They just come out fucking pounding each other in the face.
And he wasn't wrong.
No,
Opening bell.
Was that your intro to your show?
No, but I just thought we should
That's Russ Maneve, by the way. That's Russ Maneve's voice.
do something official.
I never do something official. It's pre-taped.
Yeah, but how many have you done?
Like 260.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
So
four.
this is your fourth. So explain what it is. You're launching a podcast.
Yeah, we have had a great podcast together with
all three of them.
Our first guest, Howie Mandel.
Right.
What is that
voice?
Guy
What is that voice you're
It's
doing?
Bud Friedman.
What is that? Howie Mandel?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stuttering John podcast.
Is that your 82 beers voice?
Yes. No, this is my.
How many beers have you had?
Only 10.
Now, John, of course, whenever John's here, there's a scared teenager in the corner who is either related to him or lives in his neighborhood. Like the family says, Uncle John's coming. What is your name?
Justin.
Of course it is.
So, Justin, how are you related to your uncle?
We're not related.
How do you know him?
He played football for years. My father and uncle.
He played football with your father?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So so that means you have to drive him whenever he comes home?
Yeah, more or less.
So he's your driver.
Well, Artie, he's not telling the truth. I only got him backstage for how many dysfunctional family picnics?
Imagine this. I don't know when the last DFP was, just a functional family picnic. They explain it. It's a kind of a big concert of many bands. It was a big thing in its day. I was not around. This fucking mic. I'm so fucking fed up with this mic. So John was on the show last in 2004. Now, can you imagine? He's bringing up to this person about how he owes him pretty much for these rides that he's giving to John, because he got him backstage at a concert over probably at least 15 years ago. When he was probably, like 8 to 12 years old, whatever he was. Can you imagine that? I mean, John is he's just a weird person. He's just a weird person to bring that up. It's just weird.
Justin.
So wait a minute. That was a thing at K-Rock. Explain what that is.
Well, it's a whole band thing that I...
A lot of bands.
And I also
Dan, do
spoke...
do you see what's going on? Or you want me to just keep going?
I don't have any more mics.
Oh, sit over here, Justin.
Here we go.
Why don't you come cuddle with your uncle?
We gotta explain who he is.
This is where Artie
we gotta explain who he is.
Immediately trashes me.
I don't think there's any appropriate explanation for this.
Well, yeah, Justin. So you're a guy who knows John through your father.
So John's talking about how Artie's gonna immediately trash him. All he's talking about is how he's bumming rides. Why don't you rent a car, John? Why are you such a user? I mean, it's such a theme of his life. He uses everybody. If you just listen, he used Jackie for lunch. He used Artie for lunch. He used Grillo, he used Grillo to park his car. He used Will and Jason to do his, like, menial tasks, like bringing shit out to his car, like his golf bag. He used Will to move. Moving is the biggest bitch in the world, and John gave him like $60 for moving for him for like 2 days. Can you imagine? I mean, given that it was probably late 90s, maybe mid 90s, $60 was still on the very low end, especially in New York, for somebody helping you move. No matter they're a friend or you or whatever, you still treat them. You know, you at least give them half of what you would have spent on a pro. So say you'd probably spend $500-$600 maybe to move all your shit. Maybe you give them $250.
Yeah.
Not John though. He's gonna get away with every last dime he can. He reminds me of one of my relatives that is... You just never want to... I don't want to get into it. I don't know if anybody of my relatives, it'd be a fucking long shot if they ever found this channel, but they wouldn't even know who I am, but you can tell by my voice if you know me. Whatever. So, I'll just leave it there. I just know people like this, and it bugs the shit out of me. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. People that use other people.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And he asks you to drive him when he comes into town.
He asked me to hang out, but usually
just to hang out.
I'm driving somewhere.
All right, he's a very good-looking young boy band that
Michael
John takes
Jackson.
on. Yeah, John takes on the road.
So
that we can't explain.
Do you also drive Lou Pearlman in Florida? What? So John says to you, "I plan on having like 40 beers today." So
no. John doesn't drink, really.
Well, he's drinking right now.
John.
Oh, he doesn't drink. Are you supposed
the last guy he drove for was Jared Fogle, and let me just say,
who's Jared Fogle?
Forget it.
Oh, the Subway guy.
Now, believe me, I could almost guarantee Artie who's that. Who knew who that was? He just loves to bust on John, and it's great. I applaud him. I absolutely despise John. Obviously, never met him. I just, listen to all this shit. I fucking despise him.
So is John not supposed to be drinking in public?
No. Well, if John couldn't drink in public, John wouldn't go in public.
So he says to you he wants to hang out with you. That's his fake thing.
Yeah.
And then you just happen to drive all the time.
Exactly.
Do you really want to hang out with Justin?
Well, Justin's not being completely honest. I love Justin, and
Right.
Justin loves me. And yes, I think Justin likes to hang out with me, and he texts
Show
me
us
a
on the
million
doll,
times.
Justin.
Well, the last guy that was here also was your best friend. He also had a car.
No, that was my nephew.
That's what I'm thinking. Your nephew's a good kid. And what happened? He was busy?
Yes, he finally got a job.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
I'm still working on that.
But this is actually no. You have a gig now. You're on a podcast network, which is cool.
Yeah,
and
on Adam Carolla's network,
which is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. Adam's got. It might be the biggest podcast in the world, Adam. Right?
Yeah, Adams, what I hear is making over $5 million a year.
Where do you hear that from? You ask him. John asks people what they make after knowing them for 3 seconds. Hi, this is John Mulaney. What do you make? What are you talking about? Oh, for a living, what do you make? What do you do? But the big classy thing about the podcast, it's a real co-host. Tammy Pescatelli, who's hilarious and a good friend of mine, is your co-host.
Yes,
which is great. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, Tammy's beautiful, funny, and her husband is my friend that I met in Tony Tina's wedding, which was the same place that I met my wife.
That's cool. Wow. Now, do you have a nephew that'll drive John in Cleveland?
This is part of my public service.
Now, the other thing is the great Russ Maneve is here.
Thank you, boy.
Yes.
And John, Russ, and I have history. We did a gig together in May of 2003 at the Columbus, Ohio Funny Bone.
That I've been hearing about this whole time.
Well, it became sort of legendary because the following Monday, we got to the show, and Howard asked about our weekend, and John talked about everything I ate, which was a lot. And
we went to the Steak and Shake.
Right.
And you ordered like
a steak and a shake.
No.
Several of each.
12 sticks.
Yeah.
9 of those.
And well, I mean, and so somehow I'm the dirtbag of the crew. After John he does 52 whippets in the green.
That's right.
And Russ,
Greg Allman used to leave like heroin needles. John, it was 52 Ready Whip cans.
Oh, he lost his headphones.
And you know what's so funny is all Russ did was drink a latte.
Well, Russ was.
Is that what it did?
He didn't have a latte. No, but Russ was actually, it's back when I found out how often Russ writes, actually. I felt terrible. Russ was telling me his writing schedule. And Russ was a professional comedian who did very well. And John,
he is still a professional.
When we met, and John and I were, John was doing whippets and I was eating a steak and shake. What else can I say? And they were sold out shows. I did 2.5 hours drunk on stage. I don't remember it.
Where, the Funny Bone, or where were you, at a theater?
At the Funny Bone, the last show. I woke up and realized I spoke publicly the night before and I didn't remember it.
Artie,
that's a horrifying feeling.
Put it this way, the stage manager came up to me. She goes,
"Stage manager?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Wicked?
Yeah.
No, it was this chick, and she goes,
her name is Mo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fucking. She was like, "Hey, are you going to take him off stage?"
Right.
And I go, "No, I'm not going near that."
It was the last show. I mean, who cares?
No, but it was like guys going back and be like, "Yeah, I'll fucking fight you."
Right.
He went to sell.
John tells a wicked story. I'll tell you.
No,
you can weave a tale.
But the best thing,
he's the worst. John can't tell a story worth shit.
Is that she wrote a letter?
What happened with her? You left a lot out.
Well,
I said what happened. You said the stage manager. Woo.
No, but she wrote a letter, and like
she
to
did.
The
She was mad. Yeah.
She said, John and Artie did a show. John had no control over the show. Artie.
Well, what did she think was going to happen? You were going to have control over the show?
And she said that.
Dan, I can't hear anything. Then what are you doing?
Yeah, but she's.
Well, there's an in between, Dan. In between.
But she said, although we sold out of 3 brands of beer, we've never sold more beer ever in the history of the Columbus.
What the hell is she complaining about?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, exactly.
There's a problem. We made a lot of money.
I know.
I love when they do that.
And define out of control. I mean, it wasn't out of control.
Yeah, Russ, you were there. It was no big deal. But she was a bitch. She was a problem.
There's always.
I'm sure she's doing well.
She's probably there. I don't remember if she's still there. I don't think so.
I don't know, but I know that we really did well. We sold so much fucking.
We sold
alcohol.
out every show.
Yeah.
But that was when that's the first time I saw Larry the Cable Guy. I saw a picture of him and I said to the guy, "What is this guy?" And the guy goes, "That's his bit." I go, "That's never going to work."
Right.
How astute you are.
I said to the guy, well, that's the point of the story. I said, this guy, that's a ridiculous gimmick. Tell the guy to go back to the guy's got a gym in his house. The guy's got a full court basketball gym in his house.
Yeah.
Because he's Larry the Cable Guy.
And
So this is where, this is the impetus of the conflict of the show. Sorry, I'm eating beef jerky. So, excuse me. This is where it starts. This is where it all starts. Artie is a master. See, all he knows people. He knows how to get their goat. He gets their number. People say, "I got your number." Artie's definitely got John's number. He knows just to lay on one thing. It may not even be anywhere near how mad. Excuse me. The beef jerky making me burp. What was I saying? Anywhere near mad. That wasn't what I was trying to say. So what Artie's doing and what John's reaction is, of course, as John always does, is he way overreacts. He goes up many levels, as Anthony Cumia and Artie have stated. You know, you say, John, you look like El Chapo, and he goes, you know, at least I wasn't on welfare, nigga. And I don't know. I always love that joke. When Artie said that with John with Jackie and Anthony Cumia, he says, "Yeah, I mean, he jumps up 50 levels." He goes, "You go, hey, you look like El Chapo." He goes, "At least I wasn't on welfare, nigger." That's the best. So, anyway, so Artie gets onto this Larry the Cable Guy and doesn't let go. And it takes up, for some reason, the entire show, pretty much. But it's so entertaining. Here we go.
Diner.
So we're going to rewind, because maybe you guys last forgot what was said. So here we go.
Gimmick. Tell the guy to go back to his. The guy's got a gym in his house. The guy's got a full court basketball gym in his house.
Yeah.
Because he's Larry the Cable Guy.
And a diner. I've been there. He's got a waitress.
He has a diner in his house?
He's actually
that's obnoxious.
He's actually the sweetest guy in the world. His name is Dan, but he's the sweetest guy in the world.
How do you know that?
Because I would
He's
hang out with him on the
amazing.
Tonight Show. We would, you know, he was a big fan of the Stern Show.
Ask him what he makes a year.
What do you make?
What are you pulling?
How much does the tool belt run you? What's the overhead? Are those real flannels?
What's the licensing fee on Get Her Done?
What do you drop on laundry? Hey, I don't know, John. You guys are both in your characters. I don't know, John. Let's get some Prilosec. What's Prilosec paper?
He is actually the sweetest guy in the world.
Okay, but you're on record.
No, I am. No,
if he does another plumber movie, you'll be in it.
No, I know. I am.
So this was the point that John had. If he would have just said, if he would have just gone along with the what the fuck just happened? If he would have just gone along with the premise that, you know, he was doing that just to get in good with Larry the Cable Guy and get in his next movie, none of this would have happened. But something else would have happened. Artie would have found something else. It would have just got worse and worse. So maybe I'm not giving John enough credit. Maybe John knew that this was what Artie was trying to do and decided to get mad about something that was not very hurtful in any way. Because Artie can go to shit that's real hurtful. He knows a lot about John, and you can kind of tell by little things that they do go into. And John obviously pulls out the big kahuna with Artie's suicide. And it's obviously his drug addiction, but he makes fun of that. But he goes to the suicide jokes, which nobody does to Artie, because obviously it's a tragic and very painful thing, you know. He was obviously not in a good place. And just as Russ and Tress, or whatever the fucker her name is, say, who hasn't thought about it? It's true. Probably most everybody has thought about it. But not many have taken that last step. But, you know, he was on drugs, or he was coming off of drugs, and your mind is warped. You know, your mind is very warped at that point. Okay, here we go.
I asked him to be one of them, but I never got the call back.
How'd you do that?
He is actually the sweetest guy in the world.
Okay, but you're on record.
No, I am. No,
if he does another plumber movie, you'll be in it.
No, I know. I asked him to be one of them, but I never got the call back.
How'd you do that? Hi, John. I'm Dan. Can I be in one of your movies? How did you ask him to be in a movie?
No, I don't really think
How'd
I
that
did.
go?
I didn't think. He's got this hot wife too, and we were at
great.
the.
Why wouldn't he?
We were at the
Yeah,
Comedy
but she's
Central.
a real wife, like, you know what I mean? That one
Like,
that really likes him
really?
and loves
Yeah,
him, and
yeah.
she's a good one.
All right, let's see about that.
No, he's a super sweet dude, man. You should have him on here.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, Dan, get right on that. Well, we're going to come on anytime. I never thought of it. Will you come on?
He's a really funny dude, and you should have him on, dude.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think he'd come on here. He's that big. I don't think he would do this.
Oh,
I think he's above the show.
No, he's a big fan of the Stern Show.
And his wife really loves him?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and she's super freaking hot.
I think she's hanging out with Ed the plumber guy.
Nah.
I'm Ed the builder. I'm Ed the carpenter guy. Well, so now the podcast, how often are you going to do them? Because
we only have once. We only do one a week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
And now Tammy flies to wherever you do it. You do it live because that works better than an ISDN line. But
Yeah. Well, so far, of the 3 that we've done,
right.
I went out to LA for 2, and then we've been here in New York.
That's good. When's the next one?
But John wants me to stay at his house.
Where's that in California? Well,
Oh no, I just bought a place in Canoga Park, which is Spanish for "Your life is over," but but it's nice. I mean, you have the view.
Is that in your act? Is that joking?
No.
I would guarantee that joke was probably in his act. I'm going to rewind. I want you to pay attention to the polite laugh that Russ Maneve gives. That just gets me every time.
Where's that in California? Well,
Oh no, I just bought a place in Canoga Park, which is Spanish for "Your life is over," but but it's nice. I mean, you have the view.
Is that in your act? Is that joking?
No, it's not an act. You know, go fuck yourself, Artie.
What are you talking about? I just asked if that joke was in your act.
You know what? I just had.
It was a good joke.
I just had Pat Cooper on.
I know.
Okay, so this is where it starts. Well, excuse me. I said that about Larry the Cable Guy. I thought that is where it started. But I think Artie just held on to that in the back of his head. He kept it in mind that, for some reason, John was protective of Larry the Cable Guy. So, he kept that in the back of his mind. But this is where John began to do his reverse attack. You know, the best defense is a good offense. So John comes back with this. After Artie did the, is that joke in your act? A very, a rib that you would give probably any one of your friends. But John, for some reason, maybe it's, some sort of thing they had in the past. But John takes it as a big affront. He comes now with the, not really his insults, but Pat Cooper's insults of Artie. So, Here that is. I rewinded, so here we go.
That's not an act. Go fuck yourself, Artie.
What are you talking about? I just asked if that joke was in your act.
You know what? I just had.
It was a good joke.
I just had Pat Cooper on.
I know.
I mean, the weirdest segue. I just asked if that joke was in your act. I know. I just had Pat Cooper on.
No, you got all the current ones. What is he in One Direction? Pat Cooper. I love Pat Cooper. I thought he was dead, actually.
Oh, he just went off on
our people who you thought were dead series.
He went on.
He trashed everybody.
Yeah, he went from trashing Howard to you,
right,
and said how unfunny you were,
right,
and then.
So that was the whole point of bringing this up. Was because Pat Cooper's respected, obviously. I think Pat Cooper's absolutely hilarious. To be quite honest with you, as a joke kind of a comedian. He doesn't really tell jokes, though. But he's just a quick-witty guy. I always did find him, well, maybe it's more of a tie. I don't know. I really enjoy Artie. In just radio conversations, his jokes, to be quite honest, aren't very good. I never really laugh out loud at any of his jokes. I don't mean that to be mean. It's just, I don't know. I really enjoy Artie. I'm a huge Artie fan. I just don't laugh at his stand-up. I laugh at him in conversation on the radio. That's his cachet. That's what he's good at. But, you can obviously make damn good money going and doing stand-up, so that's what he does. So here we go.
And he went to...
I don't think he thought it was you.
No.
Pat Cooper said you were so unfunny. I don't think he thought it was you. I hear John.
I mean, then he went to.
Was he thinking about Jessica Lange?
and then he went to.
That really got you, Dan, did it?
He was terrible in King Kong.
He said Dice. He said Dice wasn't funny.
Right.
Cook wasn't funny.
All the people who dwarf his income.
Dice was funny for like 2 years. I sometimes find him funny. I most of the time find him annoying, to be very honest. So, Pat Cooper's kind of on about that. Howard's not funny at all. You can tell that by the show of today. It's all gay humor, which was funny, you know, for a very short period. You know, right after high school, maybe in high school. You know, the gay shit's kind of funny then. You know, taking your friend's phone. Take it. This is. I love this. I never did this. I swear to God, I never did this. I heard this on Revenge of the Sis, and who are these podcasts? They were reviewing Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen, The Fighter and the Kid, and you know they have like a bunch of gay humor too. It's like the thing now. What was I just? Oh, so I guess one of the guys on Revenge of the Sith, I don't know their name. I think they're both named Mike. I don't know. The guy with the beard, though, not the fat one, the less fat one. He says it's kind of funny. He goes, "Yeah, when you're in college or you're in high school and your buddy goes to the bathroom and you take his phone, you take a picture of your dick and you set it at your home as his home screen." I thought that was so funny. But yeah. Anyway, that's really the only time it's funny, when you're really young and it's just stupid, you know, a quick joke. They don't make full shows out of a whole month show named Cocktober. So, Howard's definitely not funny. Here we go.
Well, that's good. So what do you say about Jessica Lange?
and then he went to.
That really got you, Dan, did it?
He was terrible in King Kong.
He said Dice. He said Dice wasn't funny.
Right.
Cook wasn't funny.
All the people who dwarf his income. Well, that's good. So what do you say about Howard though?
Oh, he went off on Howard. I just said, well, why don't you like mend the fences like I did? Like that's
what happened. Yeah, it's all over the Twitter that you and Howard made up.
Well,
there wasn't a feud. Was there a feud?
Was there a feud?
Well, I mean, you know,
Artie, last time I was on your fucking show.
Yeah, but it didn't sound vicious. It was just like you know.
What do you mean? He talked about it and said how hurt he was.
Well, I mean, that's not a real feud. He wasn't mad. He was hurt.
You were feuding before that, though, weren't you?
What's the difference?
So what happened? How'd you mend it?
Well, I don't even know how much it's mended, but I reached out to Beth Stern. You know his.
So you initiated it.
Beth.
Yeah, and
you know his wife. Yeah.
Yeah, on Facebook, and because I don't have Howard's email or his
well, I think that's
number.
on purpose. Huh?
Yeah, I would.
Listen to Dan. He's never.
I would. I would tend to agree.
Right.
And,
well, I don't either. I mean,
I think that's why John. Well, I shouldn't say this is why, but this is a myriad of reasons why John probably hates Dan Filato, because it sounds like Dan and Artie may have a couple of inside jokes they have about John, because Dan's always cackling in the background when it comes to shit about John.
I have his phone now. He's had the same phone number.
Listen.
Listen to Dan. He's never.
I would.
I
would tend to agree.
Right. Well, I don't either. I mean, I have his phone now. He's had the same phone number forever. I was always impressed by that. He never changed his number.
Yeah, but I never remember it. But anyway,
I got it if you want.
No, but
I've given it out at raffles. I've done that before. I go to an auction, I forget to bring a prize, like David Tell's auction, I give out Spade's cell number.
Spades.
It's happened 3 times. And he calls me, he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, Bozo called me. That's right.
But anyway, so I emailed, and I said, Beth,
you had Beth's email.
Well, I had her on Facebook. She follows me on Facebook.
Okay.
And then I said, hey, Beth.
I'd really like to know which Bobo was on which show first, because they have a Bobo Curlin that was on O&A, and it seemed like Anthony got him in the divorce, which is now the the tax show, the Anthony Cumia show. Or the Bobo that's on Stern. I absolutely hate the Bobo that's on Stern. What's his fucking name? Bobo. Hey, Bobo. Yeah, I forget his real name. He's annoying as fuck. He's weird as fuck.
You just like sent us to Howard, and I wrote very simply. I said, Howard, I know we said some horrible things about each other in the past, and I just wanted to say that if I hurt you, I apologize. I've always considered you a friend.
Well, that's right.
Best, John. Then he wrote back and said, thank you so much for saying that.
That's great.
All is good, no worries. And that was it.
Are you sure it was even him?
Yeah, because he wrote Howard.
That's it.
Okay, let's take a vote. Does anyone think Howard wrote that?
He might have. I actually think he did.
He probably. I bet it was Beth.
I think John hopes he did. John has this weird. I think he realized he probably made a mistake going over to Leno. They marginalized him within a few months. He wasn't the announcer. He was put into the writer position, which nobody respected him in the writer's room. There's many rumors about how the writers just hated him. A lot of people hate John. And Jay had felt kind of a kinship because he had tore him away from Howard, which he was probably set for life there. Him and Howard were actually, personal friends. They had a real friendship, so Howard wasn't going to fire him. He was making, a little less than $100,000, but you got to figure he was going out and doing shows just like Artie was. John was probably making at least another 100, maybe 200, and you got to figure he met all of those big fucking stock market buddies from Stern, from being on the Stern show. It's not like Stern, introduced him to these guys, but the notoriety he had from being a personality on the a personality on the on the Stern show. He met those stockbroker buddies. He made a lot of money. I mean, you listen to those old stock market discussions. John was betting big money. I mean, he'd put 10, 20,000 a stock here, a stock there, just to see how it does. He'd make maybe a few. He'd maybe double, triple, quadruple, quintuple his initial investment sometimes. I mean, he was making guapo, and he just got resentful after all. He realized that Howard really didn't respect his creativity, if he has any. Howard really didn't think much of John, but as his creativity, he liked John. I think, he liked to hang around with him because he was probably a fun guy when he was drunk. But to be around him professionally and just on a personal level, he's a user. And I think that's why Howard kept his distance. And John has been obsessed with trying to keep that friendship because, maybe he thought he had a second shot, but I don't know. He definitely didn't have a second shot after the whole thing with Adam Carolla. It seemed like Stern was just waiting to light that fuse.
At least, I reached out. I extended the olive branch.
Right, okay.
So, I mean...
Justin, do you think it's mended?
I think more or less. I think if they see each other, he'll probably wave. But
I don't know what altercation they're talking about in this, because I always thought that Adam Carolla interview was more like 2015 or so. That was actually when Artie was there. Artie wasn't there on that day. You guys may not know this. I listened to audio that I know I'm right about this. So Artie wasn't there that day. That Howard went off on John about the Adam Carolla thing, but Artie did still work there. That was one of either Artie's sick days or that was one of Artie's days off that he was doing some sort of other work, whether it be a movie or whatever. But Artie was still there during that. So I don't know what this altercation is that they're talking about how, it was all over the Twitter that you guys had made up. And the last time that he was on a show, he talked about how hurt he was. I don't know about this audio. I don't think I've ever heard that audio. If somebody knows, let me know. Oh, I gotta add another, post-secondary, a little PS here. I thought I could swear I remember listening to audio that said that it was either Beth had dated Nelson Mandela or that she was on a blind date the day with Nelson Mandela, either the day or days before her and Howard had met. If anybody can confirm that and supply me with audio that backs that up, I would be so happy. I mean, I could swear I remember this. If anybody else thinks they remember that and even possibly has the recording of the discussion taking place about how the question was kind of based around because Sal was giving him shit about how he thinks Beth is a gold digger. I know there's probably, many clips of Sal talking about that. But the discussion had gone into about how Beth had dated people very wealthy in the past, and I could swear he names Nelson Mandela. I could swear. I mean, I do swear. I remember hearing it, but sometimes, I listen to so much shit. I could have dreamt it. I don't know. It's easily that I could have dreamt that. But I could swear I don't remember ever dreaming about listening to the Howard Stern show. But you never know. You don't remember all your dreams. Here we go.
Now, what about Howie Mandel? Yeah, Howie Mandel knows Howard. Does he think it's mended when you tell that story?
No, but you know what, Artie? Both you and I, we've had, tumultuous pasts with Howard, and I think
what
that
kind of past?
Tumultuous past.
Is there an R in there or no?
Why would you say tumultuous? Why would you say that? Why don't you avoid that word?
I don't know.
Why would you wear a jacket that hasn't fit since you were 12?
Oh, he bit back.
All right. I'm going to hold for laugh, and then we'll go.
All right. Anyway, so I think that, like both you and I just,
why are you bringing me into it?
Well,
why do I have to
you
do
bring
that?
an attorney in here.
No, you don't have any. Aren't you and Howard not talking? I've heard that
one of us isn't talking.
I've heard that you are upset with him, and I've heard
from who?
I've heard on several podcasts.
I told you that.
No, but
But what does that have to do with you and the tumultuous path?
What I'm saying,
I don't think I'm tumultuous. No,
well,
that's you.
Okay, whichever it may be,
right?
We both aren't allowed. We're banned from the place.
But don't you think that by talking about that email that you sent and back, you're putting yourself right back in that exact situation?
No, I don't think so. I think.
What was your goal in sending the email? You just wanted to be friends?
No, you know what, Artie? I think that, at some point in your life, you get older and say, why am I holding on to these grudges? And like why? Does it do me any good to,
but if one other person in the relationship is not showing any care at all, why would you do that to
He was married, so he's used to it.
No. Well, he emailed me back, and I think, I don't anticipate him.
So you think what you just told me is closure?
I guess in a way. At least I tried, to make up with him.
I think it's great. I don't think he's, reciprocated in any way, really.
Well,
okay, so I missed a few things. I got to rewind it here. I didn't miss him. I got to comment on him. Hold on.
I've heard that you are upset with him, and I've heard
from who?
I've heard on several podcasts.
I told you that.
No, but
But what does that have to do with you and the tumultuous path?
What I'm saying,
I don't think I'm tumultuous. No,
well,
that's you.
Okay, whichever it may be,
right?
We both aren't allowed. We're banned from the place.
But don't you think that by talking about that email that you sent and back, you're putting yourself right back in that exact situation?
No, I don't think so. I think.
What would?
So John's trying to not go at this alone. This is why he's trying to drag Artie into this.
What was your goal in sending the email? You just.
And this is a key point. Artie I interrupted him. Artie says, what was your goal in sending?
Wanted to be friends?
The email. You wanted to be friends. I'll rewind it. I fucked it all up.
By
Here we go.
talking about that email that you sent and back, you're putting yourself right back in that exact situation.
No, I don't think so. I think.
What was your goal in sending the email? You just wanted to be friends?
No, you know what, Artie?
And that's the key. He did just want to be friends. He is a star fucker to the umpteenth degree. And that one fucker from Radio Gunk, the guy that's still with him, one of the guys, I don't know if they're both with him. I know that one, quite frankly, guy left. All fixed up. He has like a ton of channels. This may be his channel for all I know. He's got so many channels, that fucking quite frankly guy. I forget his name. He's got one weird voice. It's like, so, if you donate to the Patreon, we'll take... he's just got a very, very weird voice. He has no inflection on any words. It's just very monotone. Anyway, what was I saying? Fuck. I always lose my train of thought. I go off on this shit. What was I just fucking saying? John wanted to be friends. Oh, the guy on Radio Gunk said that John would drop his lawsuit if Howard would just give him a call. You never know. Everybody was saying you're wrong, and I do think he is probably wrong. But you know, Howard may want to do that, save him some money. Well, it wouldn't save him money. He's suing Sirius. Let me take that back. John, if you guys don't know, Stuttering John Melendez, is suing He's suing Sirius XM because Sirius XM has bought the rights to the Howard Stern show and all of its archives. They have bought the rights from 112 Productions, which is Howard Stern's production company. So, and they've been, I guess, I don't have Sirius. I don't listen to the current show. It's absolutely not worth it. What was I just saying? Oh, I guess that they replay Stuttering John's, some of his, I'm guessing his interviews and maybe some of the segments that he was in. They replay those on Sirius. So John is suing them for using his likeness, which is some sort of new wording to the Millennium Act. I don't know, or maybe it's the Fair Play. I don't know. It's some sort of new law that is in place for people's likeness, for using people's voice, for using people's picture, using people's image in any way, and them profiting off of it and not giving the person that actually they're showing get any money. To be honest, I could care less if John wins. I wish the best for him, because who gives a fuck if Sirius loses money? Honestly. But John is an ass. But maybe he'd be a nicer ass with tons of money. But maybe he'd be a worse ass. I think the latter is most likely the case. So here we go.
I think that, at some point in your life you get older and say, why am I holding on to these grudges? And like why?
So that's definitely not why, because John is the most hateful little fucker out there. He's just a spiteful little prick.
Does it do me any good to?
But if one other person in the relationship is not showing any care at all, why would you do that to
He was married, so he's used to it.
No. Well, he emailed me back, and I think I don't anticipate him.
So you think what you just told me is closure?
I guess in a way. At least I tried, to make up with him.
I think it's great. I don't think he's, reciprocated in any way, really.
Well, he wrote back and said everything's
That's
good.
nice of you to say thank you. You wrote a very sweet thing. I think you could have said more, don't you?
No,
I think he could have told Beth to say more. I think he could have told the cat that he trained to type.
It's all very good.
Yeah, hey John, we taught a cat to type. And Howard can't get back to you, but this is Timmy.
Oh, why Timmy? You know, Jackie's still pissed about the Timmy thing.
Who's Timmy? What are you talking about?
You don't know this?
Oh.
No.
It's a flux capacitor. to
Jackie,
understand
We're
this
not done yet with the train
conversation.
cat. Wait.
But no. Jackie also.
I wasn't done with the train cat bit.
All right, well, keep going. You're killing.
I'm killing. Yeah.
No,
It should have been a dog.
It looks like Morris. Remember Morris the cat?
A dog is fine.
No, Jackie was so upset that you didn't read this on Radar Online or whatever it was.
Yeah, unlike you, I don't get up and read Radar Online.
He's
I don't
actually
either,
doing a
but I
show
get
on HBO.
But, but I see it.
What do you do? What is it?
Well, do you really want to know, or you want to just Google
I don't care.
know.
Judge. Well, yeah, well, you put it
I don't
up.
know.
You're making it sound like it's a lot of big news. Go ahead, say it.
I didn't say it was big news. What am I, fucking Peter Jennings? I don't know.
Wow.
Peter Williams, whatever his name is.
Just say tumultuous.
Brian Williams or Peter.
Can you say tumultuous?
Cat Jennings. That's
What am I, Walter Cronkite? I don't know. Fucking.
Just say tumultuous again. Well, what is the news? Now I got to hear it. The word I said the name Timmy, and you said Jackie's still mad. You go, you didn't see it on Radar Online?
I guess Jackie said that he was upset because now Howard is a big cat lover.
Right.
And yet, when his cat Timmy was lost.
Oh, I didn't even know his cat's name was Timmy.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I think
well,
subconsciously you
maybe
knew.
I did. That's crazy. That is a weird coincidence.
Yeah, but
and they goofed on him for weeks. That his cat.
Yes, that his cat died, and
It's
Jackie
very
was
weird.
and Jackie was upset that now that Howard's a cat lover, that it you know.
I gotta say, that's the one thing I don't relate to with Artie at all. He hates dogs. I understand some dogs you can hate, but how could you just blanket say that you hate dogs? I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I've never met somebody that doesn't like dogs, to be honest with you. Everybody I meet loves dogs.
No, I'm not speaking for anybody, but I'm guessing.
Yes, you
are. But no, I'm not. It was a fucking article, Tammy. But like by reading it, it seems like Jackie thought it was somewhat hypocritical because now Howard's in love with cats, but yet he fucking beat him.
Dan, can we cut that out? Again, let me see.
Why do you want to cut that out?
Let me see if I can get the bit back with the cat typing.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't do it.
I just want to do the cat typing there. I want to hear this shit.
Is that Leno?
Yeah, it's fucking Leno.
Now, how's your relationship with Leno?
Very well.
That's great. He's a very nice guy.
He's a great guy.
He is a good guy.
I remember when I was in.
Is he as nice a guy as Larry the Cable Guy?
They're both very
So Artie brings this up.
very nice.
Who's funnier?
guys. What's that?
Who's funnier?
Who the fuck am I to judging on the
Well, you
comment?
said Larry the Cable Guy's very funny.
He's very funny.
And Jay Leno's obviously very funny.
Very funny.
In your opinion, who's funnier?
I don't judge that, Artie.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like.
So it's a tie. Put you down for a tie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you know, when you sit and judge comics
what do you
for us, I mean, like, you're gonna sit. You're gonna sit and judge who's funnier to you. I don't know.
You judge people all the time.
I think if somebody asked me a comparison between two people, I could probably.
But the
All right,
answer
so
to
who's
that-
funnier for you,
Jay
Jay Leno,
I think
or
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno at his height was destroyed.
I think Jay Leno was funny.
Everybody talks about how Jay Leno was like this killer comedian. You know, I was young. I loved The Tonight Show. I thought Jay was great, to be quite honest with you. I loved The Tonight Show. I never liked Letterman. Letterman just looks weird. He acts weird. He's just weird. I never watched his show. I couldn't. I could tell you what he looks like, and that's it. I obviously know his voice from Evil Dave and stuff like that. I don't even watch his new show that everybody raves about, that I don't even know is still on. I think that was on Netflix. It was like some interview show, which it seems like that's what Howard wants to do. Howard, I think, fakely admires David Letterman. I think Howard shares the same opinion as me. He said it in the past that he did like Jay, but I don't think he's ever said that Dave sucks, which he does. He pretends that he adores Dave because Dave would cater to him and put him on when he wasn't doing good, you know, which is an admirable guy. You know, I can get behind that. But the only reason he really did it is because they're Jewish. You know, they have like this Jewish, it's kind of like nepotism, you know? Jews help Jews, and that's just the way the world works. I wish that other ethnicities, excuse me, having a stroke here, would do the same. I wish it wasn't Jews. I wish, you know, all the Middle Easterns, all the Pakistanis would help each other. I wish all the Italians, which, you know, somewhat is true, but, you know, if you look at the Howard Stern show staff, it was like 80% Jewish. You know, Shuli Egar, which I'm pretty sure his dad was friends with Ben Stern. Shuli Egar's dad was some sort of Israeli IDF, I think. Either IDF agent, IDF soldier, or possibly even low-level Mossad. And, you know, Howard is super Zionist, if you guys don't know. I have a whole theory about his Zionism and his connections to the, you know, the Likud party and things of that nature. What was I just saying? Fuck, I get off on these tangents and I forget where I start.
Funnier. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, about Jay Leno. So, yeah, I was like, of course David was going to have Howard on because he was Jewish. So, Stern, I think, is just nice to David because of that. They have this Jewish type of kinship together. And, but Jay was always funnier. Obviously, Johnny is the creme de la creme of them all. Jimmy Kimmel is terrible. Jimmy Fallon is terrible. Seth Meyers is horseshit. The fucking Irish Scottish fucker, he was horseshit. They all suck. Conan was terrible. The only two that were good at it, in my opinion, were Johnny Carson and Jay Leno. Jay Leno was good at the Tonight Show. No matter how lame he was, even no matter how lame he may have come off to me now, when I was a teenager, I would laugh at the Night Show. My favorite was obviously jaywalking or headlines. I loved headlines. I loved seeing those typos and shit that they could just make fun of. I enjoyed it.
When he was a real working club comic.
Right.
I don't know if he's still doing it now.
He didn't need a hammer and a tool set.
I don't think that's what you do is fucking sit and judge other comics. You seem to be able to do that, Artie.
You do it in your head, though. You must.
You have to.
No, I don't.
Come on.
I get that tell you.
Well, you're bringing it to Leno.
Who's funnier? Well, you don't want to ask. Well, that's Tammy, who do you think's funnier, Jay Leno or Larry the Cable Guy?
Did you hear that guy?
Who do you think is funnier, Jay Leno or the guy whose last name is the Cable Guy?
Well, Dan Whitney is always fun. You know what it is, though? Here's
Dan
what
Whitney
it is.
is his name, right?
Here's what it is, Artie. They both do these amazing corporates,
right?
That we don't ever get to see their material.
I find it astonishing that there's comedians who won't say Jay Leno's way funnier.
Because you know the shit that I get into. If I say anything about it, I don't want to have to hide it.
There's not going to be a Larry the Cable Guy.
There's a fatwa in my head, no matter what you say.
I think Larry the Cable Guy would say Jay Leno.
Yeah, I think everybody breathing would say it.
Well, you know what's funny though? My generation has.
Jay Leno was 8 years old. He was funnier.
Dan, why do I come on this show? It's always Artie trashing me. It's like crazy.
I'm trashing Larry the Cable Guy, not you.
Larry is a good, but see, it happens to be like he's a good friend.
So John's kind of veiling that threat, like, oh, I won't come on your show anymore. Like Artie gives a fuck.
Friend of mine, like I've been to his house, like I'm at your house.
Don't worry, but then you're exonerated.
Yeah, I have to be.
John
right?
sounds like he's afraid he's going to lose a job.
But can I tell you something? That's one of the things that's the hardest thing to do this podcast with John is that so many people are saying stuff about your friends. Yeah. Like I don't even know how you deal with it. Like you stick up because you got to let people have their opinions.
Johnny doesn't judge anybody.
No, it's just like why would I see? I'm not in the.
But we all judge.
Okay, Tammy, but a lot of comics won't judge another comic. I mean, it doesn't behoove anybody to do that.
Behoove?
Yes, Artie. Yes, it doesn't help anybody to do that, and it doesn't help anybody.
Justin, did he just use that word properly?
I think so.
Yeah, Artie.
Maybe I'm wrong.
John probably just heard that word used like 5 minutes before he got on the show. So he's probably just fucking using it because he heard it. You know, he's never used that word before that. He's trying to come off as this irreverent, kind of smart guy. John is a buffoon. He is a dunce.
Wrong. I'm not a smart.
Yeah, well, why don't you fucking Google it, fucking high school dropout?
Wow.
Oh my God, my guy graduated in August. Actually,
You know, it's so funny. I'm the same as Artie. I graduated 2 months after my class in summer school because I fucked off my last year, and I wish I wouldn't have, because the same thing that happened to Artie happened to me, to where they wouldn't let you walk with your class because you didn't graduate. Even if you're saying, I'm going to summer school, you may not. You still may not go to summer school, and they're not going to have you walk if you're not going to get your diploma. So they offered me the summer school graduation, which was like, the main one was at like this big, it was at the ice rink actually, but it was during the summer, so there was no ice on it. I think they just used it as like a fucking, I don't know what the fuck they use it for, but it was at Aldridge Arena, which is a hockey arena, and I actually went to graduation. Even though I was not on there, I watched my class graduate. It was probably the most, I don't know, I was actually pretty upset about it, and that's probably what motivated me to go and graduate. But I did graduate, and I did not. Very odd thing. Hello? Now it's working. Okay. My mic wasn't working. My last thing I said, I have no idea. I was just talking about how Artie took the summer school graduation. I did not. I wonder why he did. It was probably pretty odd. All right, here we go.
graduated in August.
Wait. He's a bit of a snob.
Sorry, where'd you go to NYU?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Did you actually graduate high school, Artie?
In August of 1985, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you graduated. I always thought you were a dropout.
No, I graduated in 85 of August. I had to go to summer school. Thanks for bringing that up. It's very painful. Thanks for judging me.
I read it in the book.
I wonder if Artie really thinks it is painful, because I'm telling you, I was devastated. I actually went and watched my class walk. I was pretty upset about it. I felt like an absolute, just a dropout, just like John's saying. So, here we go.
I don't judge you as a comic. I think you're funny.
Well, you're judging me now as a person.
You mean after the 8 billion jokes you just made about me? Now suddenly you're getting...
He made jokes about Dan Whitney. And John, for some reason, takes him personal. Like I said, this could be John's master rouge, but I don't give him that credit. I don't think he did this on purpose. I think he's an absolute retard.
That's very hurt.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's very... Well, I happen to own the place. Oh, my God, that laugh.
Stage 4.
Artie, you and I went on the road. We've had the best times in our lives.
Right. Well, that's your perspective.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking around. You can't take a joke now? I'm fucking around. We had a blast.
I can't take a joke.
We did. We had a blast. And then that ended. And then you got mad at me for ending it.
I never got mad at you.
You were a little bitter.
I'm never a little bitter.
I never.
Very high.
Some Leno in you.
I gotta tell you, I have been a little
Every bad thing he says is Jay Leno. Isn't that funny that that's
Who's
his
funnier?
out?
Who's funnier? Larry the Cable Guy.
I think they're both funny.
Okay.
I will tell you.
Well, I think Jay would be hurt that you can't say that. I mean, Jay gave you a job.
No, Jay would. Jay's advice would be say exactly what I'm saying. For instance,
be phony.
No, it's not being phony. It's not being phony.
I think you have a definite opinion on who's funnier. and you won't say it.
No, I think they're both funny. I really, honestly do. I honestly think they're both funny.
I mean, I think it's insane that anybody would say Jay Leno's not funnier than Larry the Cable Guy.
I just think, well, who's funnier, Howard or Jay Leno, Artie?
Who's funnier?
Yeah.
What do you mean funny? Explain funny. They're two totally different
Why
things.
suddenly do I have to fucking explain it? I mean, no, I'm just saying.
It's a much closer race than Larry the Cable Guy and Jay Leno.
All right. So who's funnier?
I think Howard's way funnier.
I think as someone who's responsible for more laughs, Howard, absolutely.
Oh my God, I laughed way harder at Howard Stern.
And he's responsible for 5 hours a day for like 30 years of, not 42 minutes.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes, I understand you.
No, and look, if you ask me who's funnier, fucking Larry the Cable Guy and Melrose Larry Green, I think I would have an opinion. But...
Well, in my opinion, there's as big a gap. Larry the Cable Guy is an embarrassing hack. He's an awful stain on comedy.
Yeah, but I would not say that.
Like honestly, as a comic, I'm ashamed to even say he's a comedian.
Really?
That's an opinion.
Artie.
That's a
He's a disgusting.
Right? You agree,
He tells old jokes. He puts on a flannel and told old jokes.
No,
and retards in this country laughed at.
No. Dan, do you agree with this?
No.
Dan, be honest.
I've never laughed at Larry the Cable Guy.
But there's
I
a
don't
million
get
people.
Dan just wants to get paid.
No, how could you even put him in the same fucking league?
Wow, there you go.
Jay Leno is like,
the cage.
fucking Zeus compared to Larry the fucking Cable Guy.
It's very, I know you got a very tumultuous relationship with Dan.
I think it would behoove you to apologize.
See, every time I come on your show, you just attack me.
I'm not. I'm attacking Larry the Cable Guy.
I'm waiting for the joke to come because how could you even put them in the same arena?
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
But it's different, don't you think?
I don't. They all have their audiences. They all do well, and they all make people laugh. What? I'm going to sit here and say who's funnier to me? No.
Well, yeah, because I asked you the question. Who's funnier?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who. I would say they're both funny.
Okay.
I think
let's leave it at
You could
that.
say though that in your head that you do have an opinion, but you're going to take the high road and not pick anyone.
Right.
Is that
Right.
fair?
Exactly.
No, it's not even
Come
that.
on,
No, it's not even that. I tell you, I just think
he's
they're
doing
both
Leno.
funny. They're both funny.
When you get nervous, you do Leno.
Yeah, it is funny, John.
Well, I don't stutter when I do a character.
Now, what is his catchphrase, Larry the Cable Guy? Get her done.
Get her done. Get her done.
Do you find that funny? When he says get her done, do you laugh?
He's got missile.
What the fuck is your catchphrase? Time to eat?
I don't have a catchphrase because I'm not a hack.
Nuts. The funny
Because
thing
I'm not
is,
an embarrassing, awful hack.
if you knew him, you would like him because he.
Yeah,
I
you would like him a
I
lot.
don't want to meet him.
Yeah, but you would like him, Artie.
He'd hate me.
No, he wouldn't.
No, well,
Because he did that as a joke too. He was shot himself.
He'd hate you after this fucking podcast.
Well, we don't have a relationship. I'm being honest.
Yeah, you can say that. People say that about
when
me
he
all
tells
the
a
time.
joke, John,
and
it's kind of funny, and then he hammers it home with "Get her done." Do you find that so that's funnier? Like, does it make it way funnier?
No, I don't personally.
What's your favorite joke of Larry the Cable Guy?
Oh, like I'm going to start remembering.
What's your
every joke.
favorite joke of Larry
Now
the
I'm
Cable
going to
Guy?
start remembering jokes. Artie, what am I, a fucking?
Well, we could Google old jokes and find a million of
No,
them.
I think he has a lot of funny jokes.
Well, let's hear one.
I think Jay does too. I can't tell you one of those either.
You can't remember his jokes. You say they're funny.
All right, well, fucking, what's your favorite joke from Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal is Muhammad Ali.
No, tell me a joke.
I didn't say Billy. I didn't say Billy
So
Crystal.
you're
was
fucking
I didn't say Billy Crystal was funny. what are you talking about? You just pulled the name out of it. I didn't say.
You don't think Billy Crystal's funny?
Not really. No.
I have 4 friends in show business, and
Okay, Larry the Cable Guy jokes. We have them right here.
Wait,
Justin Google.
in every single episode of
let's
this
read them.
show,
I have
lost a friend.
I have.
like
You ready?
I
You
have 4
ready?
show business
You ready?
friends.
Tammy,
John has ruined every.
Tammy, please. No one will know you're here.
God.
I love that. Tammy, please. No, you're here.
Okay, here's Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Get ready. I was reading the paper the other day because my neighbor got up late.
You need to get her done at the end.
Get her done.
Shut up, Justin.
I had a girl put on crotchless britches for my birthday one time. I come home. She was like, want some of this right here? I go, no. Look what it did to your under britches over there.
I wrote that for her.
Get her done.
Did you?
No, I'll take responsibility.
I'm on that diet where you eat vegetables and drink wine. That's a good diet. I lost 10 pounds on my driver's license. Get her done.
Wow.
Ever drive down the highway? Ever drive down the highway and a policeman gets up behind you, then everybody goes two behind him? He's like the interstate pace car. I assume he gets a laugh there. Then he gets off the exits and we're back to green flag racing. I don't even, that's not even English.
I don't know why we're going through this. I don't know why.
Well, let me know when your favorite joke comes up.
It doesn't matter. He's a funny guy. He's been on Tonight Show a bunch of times.
One year, my dad bought my mom a mood ring. Them things work pretty good.
Artie, really?
I assume that's the character.
But really,
when she was in a good mood, it was
Ross,
blue.
Are you
when she was in a bad mood, it made a red mark upside my dad's head. Get her done. Of course, get her done. What happened to airplane attendants being cute? That's a good fucking question. What the hell happened to that? Them girls were so them girls were so ugly they would make Ray Charles flinch. Ray Charles was a blind guy.
Blind.
I think blind was the right.
Get her.
Fucking thing.
Get her.
This is when John was trying to get in good with the PC crowd, so he tries to act like he's holier than now.
Yeah, I don't think
right about now.
I don't think we really had to know that he was black.
I think right about now everyone's wishing they were deaf. This is a song I wrote about my girlfriend. She cheated on me with another man. It's called "I Can't Get Over You Till You Get Out From Under Him." Get her done. I don't think I'm doing the get her done's right.
I don't think you're doing him justice. I don't know where fucking Justin.
Well, no, I mean I'm reading the jokes.
No, I've heard a lot better than that.
Well, these are the ones on the internet that come up.
Oh, now that's one Justin decided to pull. It's probably like
Justin. What'd you Google?
I googled Larry the Cable Guy jokes. They could have been.
Yeah, let's Google.
Thanks, pal.
Now let's Google Jay Leno jokes.
This is the last time I let you drive me home and pay for parking.
Justin, this last time you're the kid in the neighborhood who Wednesday drive John around.
Whatever. What does it matter?
It doesn't matter. You're right.
Like if you read your
you're not
jokes,
upset that the guy who wrote those jokes has a fucking basketball court in his house.
If you read some of your jokes, you think it like we're all going to guffaw?
No.
And, I mean, so you're reading a joke. I mean, it's not the same as someone delivering it.
Well, I mean, if they're good enough, I think he tells jokes that should be good enough on paper.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Stop the presses.
I think you should go with the Canoga Park joke.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's why. You just love to trash.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You think I love this?
No,
I don't love it.
No, I think you're pissed because the pizza just got here and you want to eat.
See, that's good on paper. I know. So now, what else besides the podcast? You still writing the book after you made up with Howard? Because there were questionable things in the book.
Well, yeah.
Are you writing the book?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
John was looking for a cash grab anyway, and his newest venture, as I was talking earlier, is his Sirius XM lawsuit. And by the way, you guys may remember I'm gonna cover the Royce's Arcade video next about when Jackie, Billy, and John were all together in some room, and they all talked, and it was like a bar. Royce, they seem to have had a falling out, which is, not by the least shocking. Everybody in Stuttering John's life seems to have a falling out with him. So it may surprise you that John is not using him, but he may not even been that type of lawyer. So I'm really not that sure, but I'm definitely going to review that video. That's a great video.
Okay. But the book has shit about Howard in it.
Not necessarily so bad that he should be mad about it.
Well, I mean, that's the whole point of the book, right? Is that they're jokes about Howard.
No, it's about a fucking stutterer becoming the announcer on the Tonight Show. It's a motivational book.
I'm telling you, that is impressive. I always told you that.
Yeah, and it's a comedy romp through my life, and I have plenty of
comedy
stories.
romp.
It's a comedy romp.
Who wrote it? Mel Brooks.
It's like when you tried to kill yourself and fucking failed and fucking drank bleach.
What is that?
Can you imagine? Artie made a fucking a very light jab at his book, and he comes back with a suicide joke.
and I have plenty of
comedy
stories.
romp.
It's a comedy romp.
Who wrote it? Mel Brooks.
It's like when you tried to kill yourself and fucking failed and fucking drank bleach.
What is that about?
Yeah, okay. How do you know? When
Yeah, that was warranted.
Yeah, it was because you know what, Artie? Like
I made fun of your joke, and you made fun of me trying to kill me.
Yeah, well, what the fuck? You seem to be okay with just trashing people on a regular basis, but yet you can't take it when it comes the other way.
I'm taking it right now.
No, I've seen you get so angry when somebody says something bad about you.
I should have came here.
No,
by myself.
I've seen that happen.
Much better if I'd have been here.
I've
by
seen
myself.
that happen, Artie. Like that's why I gotta.
Well, let's move on from this ugliness.
No, because I always
let me get over it. Let's move.
No, I always treat you like I can't make too many jokes about you because
Well, I know you clearly you put on the kid gloves.
It's John says that because he really can't think of many jokes. So he says that because the only jokes he can come up with are to actually hurt Artie, right? They aren't really funny. They're just brutal and shocking.
No, I do.
With the suicide joke.
That wasn't
even a joke.
The only reason why he got saved is because his mom was bringing food over for him.
John.
It's not even funny.
Oh yeah.
You should have said it in a Jay Leno voice. Then it would have been funny.
You should.
He lived with it. He wanted to take a parmesan.
Let's go.
So Artie turns up the jets. Here we go. Rewind.
Oh yeah.
You should have said it in a Jay Leno voice. Then it would have been funny.
You should.
He lived with it. He wanted to take a parmesan.
Let's go. All the people that were at your gig the other night.
Let's go. All the people. What?
Let's go. All the people that were at your gig the other night. I have their names right here.
Yeah, I know. You
Justin, why don't you pull those up?
Oh, you're upset about that, Johnny? After the suicide?
No.
How many people were at the big show the other night?
At the stress fest? I already told you already. What are you gonna like?
Well, not on the air. We're not on the air.
Oh, interesting. Okay. It was a Wednesday night. It was a rainy night. And it was me, Jim Florentine, who I promoted, Modi, as you know, Reverend Bob Levy, and it was only like 40, 50 people. So what?
Okay for me.
You know, so is your goal to say that? Yes, Artie, you sell out everywhere. God bless you.
No, his goal was to say you're irrelevant and you suck, John. His goal wasn't to say how good he was. It was to say how bad you were.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't sell it everywhere. Do you think I have a driver? I don't have a driver. Let's move on from this. This was ugly.
I didn't start it.
I didn't. I didn't start anything either. I was just bringing up. You got upset about Larry the Cable Guy, like I was attacking you. I asked you.
No, but I like Dan Whitney. Tammy,
who's that?
I tried to step
That's
up.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he's a nice guy. I mean, he's a sweet
You're
guy.
so
I never met
Don't
the
go
guy.
back in. What is wrong with
I never met the
There's
guy.
nothing wrong with me. I just
Don't
don't
go back in.
I'll be honest. I like the guy. Why would I fucking? Like I liked Russ until they trashed me under.
No, I did not trash.
Wait, so what happened? Because you guys started immediately when you walked in, and he said, "I can't believe you trashed me." What happened?
I think John thought that I trashed him, but I barely remembered what I said.
Of course,
You talk about the thing on my show?
Yeah.
No, we never trashed you.
Oh, bullshit, Artie. And you know what?
What did I say?
No, here's the fucking thing, and it actually does fucking irritate me.
Why are we even here?
No, it's fine. I don't give a shit because and I called you. Jay Leno has always. This is like Jay's always good at this, and like
who's better at it, him or?
Did you get your fucking giggles, fat man?
I'm sorry.
So what happened was fucking.
Dan, let's go.
No, Jay has always said like, if another comic says something,
After Larry the Cable Guy gives you advice, did you say get her done? Life advice.
All
right. Go right ahead.
So, Jay's thing is that whenever like somebody says something disparaging about him, instead of fucking let it simmer, Jay always just calls him and says, hey, did I do something to piss you off?
That explains the 14-year Howard field years. Well, who should have? He should have picked up the phone there, don't you think?
Well, I think I've already told you on numerous podcasts that Jay offered to call him.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no, it should come from me. And I think anybody, I think even Russ would agree that, I'm the.
I don't understand why he says that. There's a few things coming up. You're going to realize that Artie makes fun of him here at the end and says, oh, but supposedly, I guess you have a lot of calls to make, saying that implying that a lot of comedians have said that John sucks. John doesn't get that. And then I'm going to back it up here. You can re-listen. John says, even Russ would agree. And I don't understand why he says that. I just don't understand.
Podcast that Jay offered to call him.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no, it should come from me. And I think anybody, I think even Russ would agree that, I'm the one leaving. Why would I have...
I have a theory. John always wants to get validation from somebody in his immediate presence. So I'm thinking he's saying that, pointing his hand out, trying to get a gesture from Russ, like, oh yeah, I agree with you. I think that's why he said that. My theory.
Jay call and
so
say,
Jay's thing is a good one. Like, if another comic says you suck, you should immediately call them.
I think if it's unwarranted, then I think it's okay to do. And
so you've got about a lot of phone calls.
No, I didn't get any phone calls. Hey, but
so you have phone calls tonight.
Apparently, you're gonna have a few after this fucking show.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So John doesn't even get it. John, it absolutely goes right above him.
What does that mean?
I hope you meet Larry the Cable Guy one day. Go, hey, I love you.
I can't wait. I need an addition on my house.
Oh, a cable guy's gonna. He's gonna make an addition on your house.
My point is, Jay Leno didn't have to change his name to a gimmick to be funny. Well,
So the reason why Larry the Cable Guy is Larry the Cable Guy, because he used to call into a radio show, is that as
would you
character.
Stop talking about it? He gave it up.
First of all,
I
know the story when American Masters did a Larry the Cable Guy
okay,
documentary.
Whatever.
After Scorsese. It has the whole story about how he became Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
American Masters.
I'm sure
and after Richard Pryor.
I'm sure they're doing yours next. The guy drank bleach.
You talking about did Larry the Cable Guy drink bleach?
No, you.
And you realize I'm going to replay that. John laughs at his own joke, only one laughing, and that's in retort to Artie bashing Larry the Cable Guy. Like, why does John give a fuck?
Yeah,
American Masters.
I'm sure
after Richard Pryor.
I'm sure they're doing yours next. The guy drank bleach.
You talking about did Larry the Cable Guy drink bleach?
No, you did.
Do you have any of that bleach left over? Because I would like some.
Anyway, so Jay always says that if somebody says something, you call them. You just call them or somebody. So
what happened there? Is there a point to this?
You called me.
Well, yes, there is a point to it actually, Artie. And so Russ was on your show, and you and Casey felt free to be mad that on some shows I was making more money in the beginning, which is such a hypocrisy because you asked me to go do a show and I said it was already booked.
How is that hypocrisy?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because you asked me to.
John's so confused. It's more of the sense of beggars can't be choosers. John just can't fucking think.
You said, I don't care about the money. I just want to do it. And then you and Russ and everybody else was saying, oh, John doesn't, like KC is John doesn't pay anybody. And there's okay. I gave fucking DePaulo $2,500 for a weekend, which by the way is pretty good. He at that time he wasn't making that. I mean, he would make that in a week.
Why would you trash Nick now?
I'm not trashing Nick. I love Nick. I think he's one of the funniest guys. No, I'm just saying that.
By the way, he wasn't making that.
I'm saying I didn't.
He's no Larry the Cable Guy.
I'm saying.
Who's funnier, Nick DePaulo or Larry the Cable Guy?
Oh, now he's got.
No, I'm saying I didn't short anybody. I didn't short anybody, and then Russ.
What did I say exactly?
He joined in and goes, yeah, he just went up and did 5 minutes, and that was it.
He told the truth.
Okay, so
what's wrong with that?
Whatever, and he said some other stuff. So I said, he was joining in on the fucking bashing of me.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was, Artie. Did you remember it? I remember it. So I called.
So John can't list or state any specifics other than the one that he brought up just there, which Artie said, well, that was the truth. And then John had no rejoint for that, no clever retort. And he doesn't know what the fuck to say because he's about to lose his argument. But John is stubborn as a bull and won't concede in any way. So he keeps it going and being mad at Russ.
I called Russ and just said, hey, I don't know why you would do that and whatever. I was always good to you, right? I
bet if we played it again, I don't think I said anything.
I don't think you said
it. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter, but we made up and that was it.
You were very civil on the phone?
I mean, that's it.
Right.
I was very civil, but why, why
But it
have
does
this
matter,
thing?
though, don't you think?
Well,
why should he apologize for something that if he didn't say it?
He did.
So this is where Tammy is already starting to sway to the other side.
Say it.
What did
But
I
he
say
just said that he
exactly?
didn't.
But
say
it wasn't disparaging. It wasn't.
It was disparaging.
How? Why?
I bet if we pull it up.
Because he was going, the same, it doesn't matter.
I bet if you pull
It was
up,
the same thing that you always say, well, yeah, I mean, the fucking guy didn't do shit. And all
pull up
this.
Russ Maneve on.
No, I mean.
So he restates the same thing that, from all intents and purposes, was the truth. For all intents and purposes. It was the truth. John did 5 minutes and got half of the money. And maybe that was fair, maybe it wasn't. It's supply and demand, the market decides what people are worth and what people will accept. And it sounds like Stuttering John did take advantage of them, obviously. And that's why Artie never worked with him again in any business venture. Ever. I can't think of another time after Artie got on his own.
Artie Lange show.
See, every time I do this show, it's a fucking bashing of me.
Thank you for bringing me.
I don't you want to hear what was said? Or not?
I don't think you said anything wrong.
But if I would cop to it,
I mean, they've talked about John for like 5 minutes now. The rest of it was pretty much Larry the Cable Guy and talking about how John was in a fight with Howard, just little bitty things. And John now takes the stand that every time I come on the show, it's just a bashing of me. It's all he remembers is the points of them bashing him, quote unquote. Those are his words.
I would cop to it if it comes up.
Well, because we weren't mad. We're not your enemy. We wouldn't say anything wrong about you.
You're not my enemy. Have you heard the last 30 minutes of the show?
Well, we're goofing around. We're goofing around.
Insults. Is the
I insulted Larry the Cable Guy, and you had the bleach joke. Is that a new routine, the bleach bit?
No. Is your Santa?
They're very funny.
Is your Santa the?
Oh, and John had this one in his back pocket. Take a listen to this.
The Cable Guy, and you had the bleach joke. Is that a new routine, the bleach bit?
No. Is your Santa?
They're very funny.
Is your Santa the ho 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 gives it a new name? Is that your new bit?
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, everyone's saying there should be a black Santa. Stop the presses.
I'm pretty sure this is on one of the Friars roasts. I listened to this recently. This is on one of Artie's roast. One of his roasts. Not his roast, but one of somebody else's roast. But he was up, on the dais, and he was up at the podium doing his jokes, and this was one of his jokes. John gets it pretty much right, and obviously, like I said earlier, I'm not a big fan of Artie stand-up, but it's probably I've never seen John stand up. I guess it is on the internet. It may be worth a listen. I'll probably do that fresh, because I never have listened to John stand up, but I would imagine Artie's probably 10 times better than John.
Stop the presses, but no one's going to believe a black guy is going to come into your house and actually leave something. Although it gives the term ho 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 a new fucking reason. Remember that fucking.
I mean, he says it in this voice where he's losing breath, and he pretty much states the whole thing. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird moment. Artie's kind of chuckling through it. Here we go.
Well, no, because I've written 7 hours of material since then.
Yeah, okay. Okay, was that a great joke?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember that bit?
This is taking.
Is that a see if it's on my jokes? Google my jokes.
No, I'm just saying, Artie. I don't particularly think it's cool to trash other comics.
You made that point.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's cool.
I'm not trashing a comedian. I'm trashing Larry the Cable Guy.
But wait a second. Let's go back. Why? So what do you think that Russ
You know what,
said?
Tammy? I can't remember now.
Don't get an attitude with me.
Unless you don't want.
No, but I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that.
So John's mad at Russ for something he can't remember. I mean, what a fuckhead. What a fuckhead.
When I was watching
I
it,
just wondered. Yeah.
no, he was just also piling on with it. I don't know exactly.
It's the tone, maybe. He sounded sarcastic.
I'll do whatever you want.
Is that it? No, don't worry about it.
No. It doesn't matter. We made up anyway. Whatever. I felt hurt.
It's not
what the
tumultuous.
fuck is wrong with that? I mean,
Nothing's
I
wrong
paid
with
you
it.
well, didn't I, Russ?
Yeah. I don't remember.
But wait, it's not
$2,500.
Yeah, but
Was
see,
it?
that's
Oh, okay.
not
Yeah,
nice
nice.
because it's not nice. That's the one thing, John, with comedy. You don't just yell out people's numbers.
That is
because
true.
it upsets people because people at home listen.
What Tammy means by this is you don't say that because you don't know what people claim on their taxes and you don't want to get people wrapped up. John is oblivious. John is a numbskull.
Maybe don't make that just because it sounds like a lot of money. Maybe it's not. Maybe
Well,
you guys
Tammy,
makes
then
triple that.
But then, Tammy, then you don't know how much everybody talked on the air on the Stern Show and said I didn't pay anybody. So there's a reason.
I think
for
I
it.
remember.
no, I understand that, but to just yell it out like now,
It was 15 years ago.
well, then why the hell are we talking about it now?
Because we're talking about it is just about what Jay had said. Just call somebody and just end it there. That's all.
I don't.
I'm going to call you after the show.
I think that Casey was mentioning other gigs. I don't
Right.
think that gig was in question.
First of all,
Anyway,
whatever.
It's a difference. It's gone now.
Yeah, and by the
I
way,
remember KC being there.
no, he was talking about some
Oh, all right.
gig somewhere. I don't know.
But was that wasn't a bit on the air that you didn't pay people? No one ever said that.
Yes, that's what that
Who
was.
did?
That was the
I
theme.
certainly- I
of
never
it.
did.
I never said that.
That was the
I'll bet you right
theme
now.
of it. No,
I
$100
certainly never
right now.
said that.
no, you didn't say that.
I
Russ.
never said that
It was
either.
all, but that was Casey's lament. We made up since then.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like Casey was,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's an awkward situation because Casey was middled. And,
In fact, I would bet 100 now on a table. I'll put it down.
2,500.
I'll bet 25. I'll bet
you know
100
your
bucks
fee.
that if you pull that up, I bet you would be like, "Oh, Russ really didn't say anything that bad." I'll bet 100. Now you could keep the 100 if I did say.
I'll tell you what. After.
No, wait. Let's be
after-
clear about this. What do you think? Because I'm a little bit. What do you think he
don't
said?
remember anymore. I don't remember anymore.
But you thought he said something disparaging.
I'll put the
about
100 up right now.
Yeah.
No, no, he was. Yeah, he said John.
Okay.
He just showed up, did 3 minutes, and fucking didn't do anything else.
All right. So okay.
So it was something
But
like.
John knows from being on the Stern Show. Sometimes it's not what you say. It's like the tone. It's like sarcastic. It sounds.
Yeah, it was just like a piling on thing when Casey was.
Let me know. I'll bet the money.
Casey trashed you. Well, he's not like that either.
Well, no, we've made up since then as well.
Okay. How is he doing, by the way? I'd like him to come on here. I got to reach out for Case. Is he doing okay?
No,
No?
he's not doing that well.
He's a
Is he with
great.
this
He's a
girl
great
still?
kid.
Same girl?
He still has a girlfriend.
He does well with the ladies. I'll tell you that.
Well, fucking guy's an Adonis.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yep. He would. Do 9 minutes on a gig and.
People said people scared him. I'm like halfway falling asleep. Actually, after they take a break, I'm going to get off of here. I'm pretty sure they take a break soon. And I'm gonna have my comments, and then you can listen to the end, and you can make your own opinions up about the whole thing with Tammy. At the end, she says, "I think this is my last podcast," and she kind of says it jokingly, but women kind of mean what they say most of the time, no matter they say it jokingly or not. But yes, I'm like falling asleep, so I'm gonna set my timer and cut the video off when the video ends. But I'll let you know when I'm done commenting. If you want to not listen, that's, I don't care. Here we go.
have a threesome, and I'd be in my room after doing an hour and a half and watching biography on A&E.
Oh, stop lying.
Drinking bleach.
Artie.
That was my favorite drink back then.
Yeah, I do want to ask
So that
you
is good advice, though. That
I do want to ask you about
Galen
that.
gave
Artie, please, could I ask you a couple questions? I mean, this is a simulcast
We're out
for
of
both
time.
of us. No. Please, no.
Can I end my podcast now? Because
That's my favorite. We're out of time.
Start yours with that.
How long are we talking?
45 minutes.
That's so weird how they said that almost simultaneously.
All right. Let me just ask you a question.
Feels like days.
Art, seriously, and I've been interested in this because I've been. How many times have I called you and said, "Is everything okay?" And you all right? And I've heard this, I've heard that.
The same amount of times I didn't answer back.
See, you just gotta make a joke.
Too bad you didn't have a cat. You could teach how to send an email.
That was a sandbag, blindside.
No, but you don't.
Came in nice and just.
But you don't understand something, Russ. I've always loved Artie. No. I've always considered Artie a good friend. I think Dan would agree. And
nothing from Dan.
Dan Whitney or Dan?
Dan Filoni. No.
You know that Artie is a good friend. Get her done.
Artie doesn't behoove you to make fun of Dan Whitney.
It behooves you. Them girls there got no panties on.
No, here's the thing, Artie. I called you when I heard that, before the bleach and everything, and I said, Artie, are you all right? I've heard that you're like doing this shit, and you were like, I'm fine, John. Thanks for calling. We had a long, beautiful conversation. Interestingly enough, which is so weird, I was on the way. I was actually in the parking lot to play golf with Bruce Jenner at Sherwood.
Wow.
What does that have to do with this?
No, it was just.
It was after.
This was
what a name drop that was.
Well, it was pre-Caitlin. But anyway,
What does that have to do with me?
it doesn't. It was just weird. That's where we
You
were.
were with a
After-
famous guy.
But that's where I was. And
By the way, I was with somebody famous.
all right, whatever. And
You were dying, and by the way, I was
No.
golfing with a famous guy.
no. And I talked to you.
In Calabasas.
And I talked to you, and I was very concerned because, as you know, I was one of the only people that, heard about your fake death when Captain Jenks called in.
Everybody heard about it.
Well, okay, but I'm the one who called the Hard Rock and got Jason Kaplan to go up and knock on your door because I thought it was true. Because when the producer at the Tonight Show heard, just listen for a second.
I wasn't saying anything.
All right, the producer. No, because
1942.
the producer at the Tonight Show, they pulled me aside. Like I was busy doing a shoot for the Tonight Show, and they
And you thought you were getting fired.
and they pulled me aside.
You
and
should
said,
have told him to listen. You see, instead of me, you singled me out. You should have told
No,
him.
I'm sorry, Tammy. Well, anyway, so they brought me down, and the producer said, "John, I have some sad news for you. Artie Lange is dead."
Oh, wow.
And I cried.
Wow.
And I screamed. And then I called the Hard Rock, and it was just like,
I don't believe that at all. I don't believe John cried or screamed. I bet you he went, "Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God." He's probably shocked. No way do I believe John cried or screamed.
Jason, what's going on with Artie? And he was,
I think he deep down holds a lot of resentment towards Artie for being just who he is, being successful, being the one that actually had Howard's admiration, being the one that Howard actually respected. I think John always wanted that and could never get it because he's, as Howard said to Artie, how Artie's revealed to us, the audience, is that Artie once texted texted Howard after a night of going out with them, the wives, and Dana, and John and his wife. And John, I guess, upchucked on the table, and Artie says, "What's up with that?" I guess this was early on before they were, a little closer, John and Artie. Artie said that Howard texted him back one short sentence that said, "John's a lowlife." so that's what he thinks of him.
like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And I'm like, "I just been told that he's dead." And, you know, I had them go up because I was crying. I love Artie.
And Leno says, "Man, when a friend dies, you should really call him."
No. See, this is why
stay the course, John. You hold steady.
But this is why it hurts me when he goes to me because
When a friend dies, John.
Oh, he's a comedian.
No, I know, but anyway. So
I thought Jimmy Walker was done.
No,
When Jimmy Walker died.
Wait, don't say anything about Jimmy. Jimmy's my friend too.
So anyway,
hold steady with the story, John.
So then, you know, so then I found out it was all a hoax that Captain Jenks did.
Hey, Artie's dead. Get her done. Hey, it's Larry the Cable Guy. Did you hear your friend's dead? Reminds me of a joke I do about dead friends.
So then the next time,
boy, them friends are dead.
So then,
Those are my very good friends. He and his wife.
How dead are they, Artie?
Boy, he drank them bleachers.
So anyway,
I was too big for my britches.
So then the next time I had heard that Artie was having problems.
You hear that sound, distant sound? That's people canceling the subscription.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I'm sorry for all the 5 people. But anyway, so then I called Artie after he was on the Stern Show, and I heard he was taking some drugs, and then I called Artie, and you and I had a lovely conversation, and we talked. And
I didn't expect.
And I said, you know, Artie, please, you know, you're a great guy. You're one of the funniest guys I know. Please don't.
Besides Larry the Cable Guy.
Don't do that.
Who's funnier, me or Larry the Cable Guy?
You are, Artie. So then we talked, and
that's bullshit.
Don't trust that tone.
No, and then 3 months later, probably because of the conversation, you know, then I hear he tried to stab himself 9 times and fucking drank bleach to kill himself, and I was just like, man, I was so upset in my head, and because I love Artie, and I was like, this guy's too talented to, you know, start killing himself. You know, you have your own
start killing.
To start.
Well, that's what you did. You started. You didn't finish, all right, asshole. But
After this, I'm gonna finish.
But I was very upset, and I was worried about him. Yeah. But you know what? You can go.
And then you got back to Bruce Jenner and golfing.
See,
how did you get through that?
Just whatever. You know.
Hey, Bruce, are you gonna?
But you know,
become a chick?
It looks like you're losing. You're scoring on points.
No, but here's the thing, Russ.
Hey, Bruce, you should become a woman. Hey, Bruce, my friend's killing himself. If I were you, I'd get a pussy.
No, but here's the thing, Russ, because I really do love Artie, and I really cared
Bruce,
about him.
I love Artie. I'm very upset. Are you paying for this round? Hey, Bruce.
But I was very upset, you know, and I didn't want.
The only thing that would cheer me up is you becoming a chick. You should get a cunt.
But no, so I was very concerned about Artie.
I'm so upset about my friend Artie.
And then after...
I can barely let you pay for a round of golf.
After you try... And by the way, Artie, let me ask you a question. While you were stabbing yourself...
Can Brody drive me around?
Artie, while you were stabbing... Did it hurt? Or you didn't care at that point?
Can Brody drive me to...
See, he doesn't want to answer a question.
Does Brody drink?
No, but when you were stabbing yourself, did it hurt?
I don't know. You're the Puerto Rican. You tell me.
No, I'm just curious. Like, you know, you kept going. Like, what you just with that?
I couldn't get her done.
No, so you don't want to talk candidly, but I'm just.
That's a great question. I'll think about it.
All right, so you just want to avoid the whole thing.
Hey,
But
Bruce, my friend's stabbing himself. Can you get a pussy and buy me a car? Can you tell everybody I write on the Tonight Show? Dude, Bruce, did you hear that I'm a writer?
No, I love it. I love that all you can get out of this while I'm talking about your fucking potential death.
Bruce,
is
who's funnier, Larry the Cable Guy or Scott Disick?
He knows
Bruce.
He knows Scott Disick, but not Dan Whitney.
Hey, Bruce, can you tell the Kardashian kid to get me free socks?
Free socks?
Hey,
Where's that
Bruce,
fucking come from?
Can you get a pair of tits? Do you have a connection to get pussy?
But either way, Artie, I mean, you know.
Hey, Bruce, I'm getting a divorce.
So
Did you hear that?
He doesn't want to talk about a serious issue, but it's fine.
Bruce, did you hear I got an in-ground pool and entertainment tonight?
Artie, let me ask you just one question. Are you okay now? Are you ever going to do that again?
After this?
No, seriously.
Well, how can he answer that?
I'll probably do it again.
What do you mean? Why? What is bothering you?
I don't know.
No, really, no. Yes, you do know.
The fact
Tell
that
me.
the fact that I didn't come through with my promise to you to give you gigs.
No, Artie, just be honest.
That is upsetting.
This is not all a joke.
I thought we were giving gigs.
After that $2,500.
No, just honestly, like,
Hey,
why?
Bruce, I can barely golf. My friend's stabbing himself. I can barely go through with this.
This is why I knew we shouldn't have came to fucking Artie's.
This is the old Billy Burr.
Because he won't answer a
I should
question.
have came by myself. That's the thing. I was supposed to before.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah,
So, so here's the thing, Artie.
So now when?
Are you okay to not do it again? That's all I'm asking.
Probably not. No.
Why?
Someone like me always does. The statistics show I will do it again.
But what is bothering you? Is it still your father? Or
I think Artie's talking about drug use, not killing himself, but he could be. I don't think Artie's gonna try to kill himself though.
On the roof?
Thank you, John.
Why?
Someone like me always does. The statistics show I will do it again.
But what is bothering you? Is it still your father on the roof?
Thank you, John, for bringing that up.
It doesn't mean anything. He's trying to change the subject because he's getting killed.
No, I don't give a shit about getting killed. Is that what it is?
It's another no-hitter.
Is that what it is? Is that what is making you miserable?
I'll tell you, I think Artie's father's still Bob.
It sounds like the no-hitter is an inside joke between friends of Artie's, and because John is absolutely abominable at busting balls and playing along, so he just goes to the really insulting shit and really just people's worst points in their lives, and he says, he just says what happened, like, your father fell off a roof. You tried to kill yourself coming down from your heroin addiction by drinking bleach and stabbing yourself 9 times. And he thinks it's funny. It's just like, it's not funny. It's just kind of a very, it's just like Jackie once said, it turns from, busting balls to trash. It turns to just trash, and that's what John is he's trash.
Is that what is making you miserable? I'm asking you a question.
Bruce, are you also
He's not miserable. Look at him.
I'm having fun.
Is that what is making? Is that what is making you miserable? Is it still that?
This is out of control now.
I don't even understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, what would cause you to do it again? What are you upset about? You're making a lot of money. You have a beautiful place. You have a lovely family. What drives you to go there?
I don't know. I don't like the fact that you're not doing well.
No, Artie, just answer. Can you answer seriously about one thing? I'm asking you a question. What drives you there?
Well, apparently Justin. Well, I know what drives you everywhere, Justin.
Yeah, I know. No, I know, Artie. I know,
Justin, can you drive me there?
Artie, I'm asking you as a... Artie,
Justin, I might stand myself again. Can you drive me there?
Artie, I'm asking you as a friend. What is it? What is bothering you about it?
You're making no sense, John. Come on.
No. What?
I'm sorry I'm busting on you. I'm sorry I'm busting
No, but what depresses you?
I love what Artie does here. I love this.
What is bothering you about it?
You're making no sense, John. Come on.
No. What?
I'm sorry I'm busting on you. I'm sorry I busted.
No, but what depresses you so much?
John, I'm sorry I busted your chops. Okay?
No, I'm asking you. It's not because you busted my chops. I care about you. What is it?
John, I apologize for goofing on you.
No, that's not what it's about.
I apologize for making fun of Larry the Cable.
That's not what it's about. I'm asking
I don't know how close you were to Larry the Cable.
That's not what it's about, Artie. I care about you. What is it?
Well, you're not. But the show's supposed to be funny. You're not being funny.
Yeah, because I want to know. What is it?
Because I want you to be funny. Be funny instead. Because this isn't a therapy session.
All right. Well, I just
tell your joke.
Look, I love you and I care about you, and I hope that you don't try it again.
You're upset I goofed on you.
No, I'm not.
I
meant to ask you this.
I'm so glad Artie didn't give in to the I'm worried and upset for you routine, because John is so transparent. It's so obvious. He thinks he's slick and sly when he is the most... I mean, he's so stupid. How can he not think he comes off like a complete ass in this episode? And that's probably why it's called the last Stuttering John episode, if you can see up in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. It says number 261, the Lost Stuttering John episode. As I read the description earlier, Stuttering John was most likely begging Artie to take this down because of how bad he came off. I wish Artie wouldn't have even given in then. Artie's such a good-hearted guy. He's just, he just kind of gives in to people.
From before I even got here.
Yeah. Well, I apologize for goofing on you.
No, you don't have to. I don't care.
You want me to cut out the goofing on Larry the Cable Guy?
No.
Is that going to cost you a job in the next movie?
All right, so I guess you don't want to.
Next movie, he shits his pants.
I guess you don't want to answer honestly. I'm just asking you an honest question.
Larry the Cable Guy shits his pants, starring Stuttering John.
I'm going to start stabbing myself. It's going to be me.
Dad, how long have we been talking?
No, I'm just asking you an honest question, but I guess you don't want to answer. I don't know what upsets you.
I don't want. Nothing upsets me.
I mean, you're on Judd Apatow's show now, right? I mean, you're doing well. You know, you're usually successful. Like, what the hell do you need? I don't know.
I apologize, John.
Dan, why is he? I'm just asking a serious question.
I think we can all agree life is difficult, and you know.
Yeah, I know, but I never took it to that level. Right. You know, what I mean?
Everybody's different.
I just watched you drink about 15 beers and suck down a whole.
Well, here we go with the exaggeration.
No, how many?
I had 3 beers since I got here, maybe 4.
And that's not even recent, though,
You're not
John.
being your
That's not
likable
like it was last month. I mean, that was a while ago, and life has changed for him since then. And,
All right.
you know,
I just look, Tammy. I
don't get mad at me.
No, but
I'm
I
not selling
Is this
you
your?
out.
Is this your show or mine?
Well, who hasn't thought about
It's both of ours, and I know Artie.
right.
Who hasn't
Listen,
thought about suicide?
look, okay. Here's the thing.
He was with a girl who tried to kill herself last week.
Oh yeah, I don't even tell last. No,
So
no,
he
last night.
picked her up.
But all I'm going to say.
Who hasn't
happened?
thought about it? You've never thought about it? In
I'm
your
just
life?
trying to say that
What
I
you
want
were with a girl
Artie
that
to
tried to
live.
kill herself?
I want Artie
Were
to
you with a
live.
girl who tried to kill herself?
Yeah.
What does she have? Vision?
No, I just
We'll
want.
take a break. Let's take a break.
I just want Artie to live.
So this is the break they take, and I want you to pay attention to who's her name? Tammy says. What Tammy says, and then what Russ says when they come back.
That's all,
Thank
Russ.
you.
I'm not
Thank
trying to be a dick
Oh,
here.
dude, I know.
This,
That
and
comes
this
from a
is
good-
it.
comes
This
from a
is
good
the
place.
motivation.
So if you hear in the distance, if you're wearing headphones, Artie's walking away from the mic and is going, so embarrassing. Because John's talking about his father falling off a roof and him trying to commit suicide. Of course that's embarrassing, and that's why John's doing it, to be a dick. And then here's this. This is them coming back.
Fruit Filato, doing God knows what in your extra bedroom, creeping out everybody.
It comes back for a quick second, and then it goes away again. And listen to what you hear when it comes back.
I'm a fucking fag.
I'm just a charmer.
Don't go in that area.
What are you doing over there, Filato? You look creepy.
Look who it is. I'm a fucking fag. Look who it is.
You missed a button. No, you do care.
Ready?
No, but-
Okay, I'm going to repeat now what they say. I'm going to stop it. So in case people that don't have headphones or can't hear very well, I'm going to tell you what they say. Turn my volume up.
I'm out of here. You look like you got in a fight.
Okay, so Tammy just said, looks like you just got in a fight. I'm going to rewind it.
You missed a button.
You missed a button.
No, you do care.
Oh, you do care. I don't know who she's talking to. This is Tammy.
Ready?
Artie says you're ready.
No, but
I'm out of here. You look like you got in a fight.
Looks like you just got in a fight. Oh, she's saying this to Russ. Okay. She's just commenting on his button. I'm guessing on one of his buttoned-up shirts.
I was in the middle of one.
Russ says, I was in the middle of one. A fight. Implying that there was a fight, I'm guessing, between Artie and John.
Dan, are we on?
Yeah, that's right. I know.
And then they cut once Artie says, Dan, are we on? Dan Filato, obviously.
So, we got the Cavalier game on.
So from this point on, they're pretty much nice to each other. And I really don't have much to cover. I'm going to go smoke, and I'm going to go to Betty Bye. So I'm going to let this rest of this play out, and I'll stop it when it's time to stop it.
Something I forgot about Tammy Pescatelli too is you're a Cleveland girl and you're a huge LeBron Cavaliers fan.
Well, yes, I'm sorry, Dan, that I pulled the microphone so close and made all that noise.
Don't worry about it. It happens all the time.
Nice.
Every 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with this? Yeah, I mean, we know. I know, Artie, we're going to fight over this. I know you tell me all the time.
What's this? It's 2 up, right?
They're just up by 2, but that changes. It's LeBron versus the entire Warriors
Well,
team.
Love, I think they thought Kevin Love was going to be his Pippen, and he's not.
No, I think they've tried over and over again.
Yeah.
He'll be gone after this year. He ain't gonna stay there.
Who, Love?
Yeah, don't you think?
He might. He's not fitting in. He's not fitting. And if LeBron, it depends if LeBron gives him the kibosh. It's like Michael in Chicago. If Jordan didn't like you, he pulled some people aside and you were gone. It was like Tom Hagen.
I'm just kind of shocked though that like this. I think that this coach, like they gave him Coach of the Year. I think that was a little bit
Well, that all depends on LeBron
premature.
too. That's what you got to realize. Like, well, Michael, it's not his team. LeBron is coaching.
For sure.
LeBron is doing everything.
GM, everything.
Pretty much. Now here's the question. Well, John, do you follow hoops at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm not a big
From
basketball
Flavor of
fan.
Love.
But well, you're a baseball guy. I know that.
Baseball,
What do you think of the
football.
Yanks? How terrible.
Well, they're almost 500.
They don't seem like the Yankees to me. I can't get a connection with this team.
Are you a fan of A-Rod?
No, I hate his guts. Well, I always have. But they're not gonna. They're just not exciting on any level.
Can you say which teams or players you think are better? Or no?
All right, you know what?
Oh, right back.
It just keeps on
It's the
coming
world
back.
of comedy. World of comedy. I can easily do that. They're all billionaires. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the sooner they get you like A-Rod, I think the sooner they get rid of him, the better.
You know what, Artie? Anybody who puts on the Yankee uniform, I will root for.
We are different there.
John Melendez for mayor.
Well, there's some people like
Sorry, that's the truth, though. I'll root for anybody that's
I
playing
guess
for my team.
That's a good thing. I should be like that, being that I root for them. But oh God, the worst players I've hated have been Yankees. A-Rod, I really don't.
Who did you hate?
A-Rod, I hate more than anybody.
Yankee
who's ever
fans
played.
hate him.
Well, because you know what the problem with A-Rod was, Artie, is that he trashed Jeter and said, "Oh,
well, they had a feud. Yeah.
I sell out seats, you don't." And
you don't say that to Jeter.
Yeah, and yet Derek is going to be in the Hall of Fame, probably in first round, of course.
They both A-Rod won't because of the roids. There's major guys who vote who already said no way to Clemens, no way to him. Like major guys are not going to get in because of roids. Barry Bonds, generations before they get in, if they get in.
Do you think? I've had this discussion with people. Do you think Derek will be a unanimous?
Yes.
See,
first ballot unanimous, right?
No, he'll be first ballot, but you think that every sports writer is going to?
Well, I got. That's a good question because I'll tell you why. Hank Aaron wasn't. Who votes against Hank Aaron? You look at his statistics. He almost won the Triple Crown for a career.
No, I know, but I think that there are some sports writers that might be mad.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they have a gripe.
Yeah,
you never know what the fuck it is.
Well, look at Johnny Bench. I mean, come on.
Well, he got in rather quickly.
No
right?
one was unanimous.
Look how long? Yeah.
No one's ever
Nobody.
been unanimous.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Poor Pete
Ty
Rose.
Cobb would have been, but he said nigger a lot.
No.
Wow.
Well, you can't do that.
You can't.
Can't do that. It would be
You
unanimous.
can't. I mean, as a matter of fact, they said that in the speech. Ty Cobb would be unanimous, but he said nigger a lot. It was written in the paper.
I think I read that.
They asked him. He thought Babe Ruth was black. He thought Babe Ruth was part black because he had big lips. That was his. That was his real theory. It's in the.
What was
it's in the Babe. It's in the. People don't know what he is.
Half pig.
Think about it. No one's ever looked like
What's
that guy.
Face. I can't
All right.
No one's ever looked like Babe Ruth. Think
no,
about
I
it.
can't figure out what that guy looks like.
But the theory was he was 1/8 black, and they asked Ty Cobb in some like All-Star game if he would room with him. And he said, "I never betted down with a nigger before. I'm not going to start now."
Well, I'll tell you this, Artie, and I don't. All right, my memory could be a little off with this, but I hung out with Mickey Rivers.
Right.
And
Wow.
What do you think it could have been?
What?
Could it have been somebody else?
Well, I don't think. That's
No, it was Mickey Rivers.
Was it Beetlejuice?
No. What are they trying to say? All African Americans look like?
No, I'm saying all black guys look.
All right. Anyway, he said that he said that Greg Nettles was
was what
the biggest racist.
Really?
No, Greg Nettles had one of the best jokes. It's in Billy Martin's book.
Is that the cage joke?
It's unbelievable.
Because that's what I was going to say. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you want to tell it?
No, you tell it. You'll be.
No, you can tell it if you want. I'll tell it. Russia. So a guy on the Cleveland Indians. There you go, Cleveland.
Yeah, thank you.
In the 70s, there was a black guy on the Indians. His name was Cage, and he had a really, really big afro, like a 70s afro. And back then, they used to write their names on the back of the uniforms. Again, the guy's name was Wayne Cage. So they're in Cleveland, and Greg Nettles goes up to Billy Martin and points at Wayne Cage and says, "Hey, Skip, how come that guy has his address written on the back of his shirt?" And it said Cage 12.
And that's exactly the story Mickey told me.
Hilarious.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Mickey Rivers loved it. And Munson, too, supposedly.
Munson was a problem because he wasn't he didn't want Mickey to use his bats, but like
really?
Yeah,
that's racist.
Yeah. No, but eventually he said, like, because I was like, I always heard that Thurman Munson was the big racist, and he goes, no, Greg Nettles. Greg Nettles was the biggest racist.
Well, that's your Mickey Rivers impression. That's a little racist.
That was great.
He said,
no, but it's not. It's because I don't know. Have you ever talked to Mickey?
I was speaking. I don't know if he was.
You thought I'm incoherent. He's just like you. It's very hard to understand what
you sound like Mario Cuomo compared to him.
Where did you come up with Mario Cuomo?
Well, he's known as a good speaker. Mickey Rivers. One of the fun. It was a rain delay circa 1979. Frank Messer. I wish I could find this on YouTube. Frank Messer's interviewing Mickey Rivers. Messer was an old guy in the booth, an announcer.
Yeah.
So Mickey Rivers has his jacket on. He agrees to do this interview during the rain delay, and this is exactly what happened. Frank Messer goes, Mick, we're going to the All-Star break, and you guys are tied for first with Boston. What do you think's going to happen? Well, I said this. I come back, I have Boston, I got the Red Sox, and I film with and I come back over second. Then there's a pause. Mick, you're hitting 321. Do you think you could sustain a 300 average throughout the season? Well, I said this again. I'm back. It's bad habits because back at the first time we hit him on away. Mick, you're leading the league in stolen bases. Do you think you could lead the league in stolen bases for a third year in a row? Well, I said this. I come back and somebody and the players on base. Pause. Mick, we're almost out of time. What would you have to say to any young kids out there who want to maybe become a major leaguer like yourself? What's that? But back out. Let's have a kid. That's my second. Thank you, Mick. This has been Frank Messer's rain delay talk. That's what he called it, rain delay talk. There wasn't one coherent sound, Mickey Rivers.
No, I know. It was very hard to understand.
Frank Messer completely ignored it. Just didn't even try to have a logical conversation because he knew it would sound ridiculous. What do you ask him to say? But Cage 12. That's a funny fucking joke, man.
Well, that's what he told me.
He also said Greg Nettles is also responsible for this joke. Supposedly, they got Louis Tiant, the Cuban guy, off the boat from the Red Sox, and he pointed to Louis Tiant. They were getting on a plane and said, "Hey, Louis, you can't come on the plane." And it said, "Foreign objects not permitted."
Funny. But see, I never knew that Greg Nettles was that. That he had that racist thing.
He's not racist. He told a funny joke. What's the matter with that joke? He's not racist.
Oh, the Cage 12 one?
That's not racist. It's a joke.
I think you could not be racist and tell that joke. I really do.
Sure, you can.
You just look for the joke.
Great joke. Like that.
Especially in the 70s.
The gorilla,
right?
the kid who fell in the gorilla enclosure.
Oh, let's.
You can't tell me that didn't look like an R. Kelly sex video.
I think he did pee on it.
No.
But why is it right to shooting? They can't try food. They can't try to lure it
away.
I
think you got to get it out quick.
Right away, they
crush that kid's head. I mean, at any moment he could crush the kid's head.
It was 400 pounds.
Yeah, the kids.
I don't think it showed that kind of aggression.
Well, look, it's a silverback gorilla. Those things can crush a coconut or a kid's just like that. Just like that.
Yeah, anytime the kid, kid wins.
Yeah, but I thought when he touched that kid's shorts and turned him around, that was really, really awkward.
Wasn't that weird? It was.
Like, you got to say to the mother, you better turn away because he might start fucking your kid. The image of a gorilla fucking your kid. Do you ever get over that, Justin? Does Live the Cable Guy have a joke about that?
Oh, here we go.
I say when a gorilla, if a gorilla's fucking your kid, you think it's an R. Kelly video, you might be a redneck. Is that? No, redneck is Foxworthy.
No,
Foxworthy's got the red. He's got the "you might be a redneck" bit.
Right.
Well, yeah, but they were all on the Blue Collar Tour together.
So?
No, I think they all have that kind of thing.
They have a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it works, man. It's not working for me. I can't think of a catchphrase.
So, Artie, how are things going with the HBO thing? Is that cool?
That's great.
So when does this thing air?
What air? This podcast? About a couple hours.
No, the thing that you did with Judd Apatow.
Oh, I don't know. But they don't get. There's no release date yet.
Oh, really? And what is it called?
Crashing.
And what is the premise of everything?
It's about your career.
So what is the premise? I like, honestly.
It's about a comic who's doing well and he drinks bleach. No, I don't know.
Hey, Artie, I hope you know I just care about you.
Talking about it.
I don't want anything to happen to you. That's all.
Thank you. It's a guy plays a comedian. It's hard to explain really. He's a young comic who comes to New York and with his wife to try to be a comedian, and it's based on a true story. And the kid goes to the Comedy Cellar every night, which is what he really did, and he meets a lot of comics who he are fans of. He's a fan of.
Yeah.
And he latches onto a couple of them, and he crashes on their couches, and they take him under his wing. And like be his mentor, and he opens for them and shit like that.
So who plays the Judd Apatow character?
Judd Apatow's the writer director. He's not in it.
No, but who plays the guy that is everyone's?
It's not based on Judd Apatow. It's based on another kid who Judd Apatow.
Oh,
he's just producing it, Judd.
Yeah, but who plays the kid?
A guy named Pete Holmes.
Oh.
Who was a
Very
comic who do you know him, Tammy?
I do.
Very nice guy. Very nice guy. And he really did this. He came to New York and came to the. Suppose he met all of us. He met Russ and us and all these guys, Tell and all these people. We were all there, and he said Patrice O'Neill was rude to him, which made sense.
So then he really met him.
Yeah, and who else? Who else? He said?
Why was Patrice known for that?
Patrice was good to me, but there were a lot of people that he,
Well,
I'm
he
sure
was-
if this kid came and just came up and Patrice would go, he'd go, I'm a big fan, and
He judged
Patrice would
other
go,
comics.
Of course,
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you wouldn't like him.
he was confident.
If someone was a terrible hack, he would say it.
Like you,
thinking, yeah,
Yeah, we wouldn't.
thinking
make
it might
it
help
out.
the business.
You never saw Patrice perform ever?
I don't.
Tremendous.
Like maybe at the Comedy Cellar once or twice.
Very unbelievably funny.
Tippy top.
Unbelievably funny.
Dynamic, like literally, you
Yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah.
You didn't want to go on after him. 'cause
Hall of
he was
Famer.
It's not like Larry the Cable Guy stuff. It's a little more.
Even you would actually make a decision between who is better.
I'm not.
He's no Bill Engvall.
I'll tell you something.
What was Bill Engvall's catch?
I'll tell you.
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
I know when Bill Engvall was on the Tonight Show,
Well, everybody in comedy knows that date. we refer to it here as 9/11.
It sounds like 9/11.
What, on the highway?
No, but he asked
What is
to
that?
smoke a cigar. No, maybe it's the other guy. Who's? I think it's Bill Engvall. I mean, who's the Blue Collar Tour? It's Larry.
Bill Engvall.
Ron White.
Oh, it was Ron White.
Albert Brooks.
No, it was Ron White who insisted upon smoking a cigar while he was getting interviewed. I know Jay was not very happy.
Why? Why'd you admit that?
Because Jay didn't like fucking.
Well, Jay was judging him. Was Jay judging him for smoking a cigar?
Jay has no interest in smoking or drinking. Jay has never done either one.
Oh, all right.
You know, He's never done drugs.
He must have been mad at you.
You ever seen Jay yell ever? Like snap?
Get mad?
He got mad once when J Lo showed up late.
I thought
half an hour late, and he was like,
"What's up with this fatty ass bitch?"
He was like, "Let's just do the show. I don't care. You know, we'll just."
Did he ever just like snap though? I can't picture him.
No, I never saw him snap.
Yeah.
You know, he was always he's actually one of the coolest dudes.
Nice
in the
guy.
world,
That's
you know?
cool.
Well, if he gives you advice to call somebody like that,
It was always nice.
Well, you know what it was already? Because you know what? How I got the advice, Ralphie May was on stage at the Tempe Improv, and he was going through who was going to be appearing like next, and then he just read through the calendar, and he said, and then it came to my name, and he goes, you know, and no, it's Ralphie, and he just trashed me.
wait a minute. Who you talking? Explain that again. Ralphie May.
This is Jay talking?
No, it was Ralphie.
It was for a second, though.
Yeah, I know. Hey, look, whatever. I'm 18 beers in, but you know, but Ralphie said something like disparaging, and then I heard about it. Someone called me and said Ralphie was Jay. So then I just I asked Jay about it. And he's like, just call him, and then I called Ralphie, and again. He was so cool. He's like, oh, nah, I was just riffing and I was going, but everything was cool. I don't know. I just think it and that's why the whole thing with Howard is it's just like, why have why have all these grudges? Just call and that's
I don't think Howard even knows you emailed.
But do you really care what every single person thinks? Because I mean, literally, John, I've been
John
doing
is
this
sensitive.
for
John,
22 years, and so many people say so many horrible things about me.
And it's hard.
And
it's
I don't
hard.
care.
It's hard business.
Well,
no, they never say it to my face, but they say it about me.
Like who?
Lots of people say it. So why do you care that so many people say?
Well, no, it was because I've hung out with Ralphie a bunch of times, like before that. So I don't know.
What did Ralphie say?
I don't even remember, but it's just weird. Like to me, when you hang out with somebody, like
Well, I know at the Comedy Cellar, people were talking about the Ralphie May Stuttering John feud.
You remember when it was me, you and Gilbert, Artie, and we were talking about Greg Gass, and you and Gilbert did like 20 minutes while we were eating pizza
At the Brooklyn Diner. That was the time I paid.
That
Oh,
time.
is that every time?
Unbelievable. Well, so you bought a new house, John. I'm reading in some material. Say anything you bought a house.
Yeah, what's the name of that town again? I heard it means something.
Yes, I understand it's like Canoga Park for poor people.
Every time Jay says something bad, he sounds like Stuttering John.
What is the joke? What is the joke about Canoga Park?
What is that in English?
I'm not going to bring it up again, Artie. Why? So
What is that in English, John?
I want to say get her done afterward.
Well, you know what? You live across from Manhattan. Beautiful view.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Very nice.
I live across from the Home Depot.
No, you don't. I thought you said, well, you said it's a big house. Isn't it comfortable?
No, it's just a townhouse. I mean, it's like this.
Well, you got to live
I mean,
close to your kids, right?
Yep.
How are your kids doing? I know first of all, that is good news. You said your daughter, your oldest daughter, is in college. Is she in college?
Well, it's a he now. All right.
I didn't know that. Wait, totally a he.
Yeah, my oldest is transgender.
Had an operation.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
I knew
That's
I
not
knew
true.
that. Let's get this.
Is
well,
it true? Are you kidding? I thought
No,
you were
I'm not
kidding.
kidding. at all.
Let's not kid at all about this.
Yeah, no, let's be serious.
So wait a minute.
No, it's a comedy show.
Have an operation?
What?
Did she have an operation where it's fully?
He did.
Yes, he had top surgery done. He didn't have a penis because
Wow. Okay. So now, how old is he?
19.
Is he in college?
Hold on, just fucking light a cigarette. He did a semester at Pitzer, and then because it was very hard for him to, he just wanted to get this top surgery done. So
I'm saying that's great. So was everything?
So he
fine?
took off a semester, and then he did that.
Is he having everybody's cool in his life? I mean, like other
Well,
students.
yeah, I
and
mean,
shit?
I'm
I know
I'm
you
very-
are, but I'm saying other students, are they being all right with him?
Well, yeah, well, I don't know about other students at Pitzer, but I think that he needed the time to, just be
Adjust.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that
I can imagine.
And this was even before Caitlin. Like he called me out of nowhere and just said, "Dad, I want to talk to you." And then we talked for a while, and he said, he goes, I've always felt like a boy trapped in a girl's body, and this is something I want to do, and I don't. I've never felt I was a girl, and I was like, oh, cool, just be happy.
Right, but you knew that he was gay for a while, right?
Well, no, I didn't know until 9th grade when.
That's pretty early, don't you think? For someone to come out like that? No, it's not.
To come out, I think to notice. It's
to come out? Oh, okay.
That's not early.
Well, I should have known when, I got her at the time, a pink bicycle, and she refused to ride it.
Well, I mean, but you were always. I remember you guys were always very cool about it. You were cool parents, which is great because if you don't have, if a kid doesn't have that, forget it. That's a tough deal.
Yeah. And then in 9th grade, she came out. She got bullied all throughout high school.
Terrible.
But it's probably more about you than that.
What's that?
Probably is about you, though, don't you think? She got bullied more because you were her father.
Oh no! They didn't know that. I mean, it was more about
that doesn't help Tim.
Wait, she came out as a lesbian, still a girl.
Yeah,
and bullied for that, really?
Yeah,
in California.
In this day and age.
Well, yeah, it was in 9th grade. She came out, and and she got bullied. In fact, the principal had to call me, told me to stop. And
oh, there you go. I don't know you were going to a joke.
There you go.
But anyway, no.
I don't know you were exploiting your.
See, that's 2 minutes right there, Ross. I've seen
but actually,
get her done.
And then she said,
a drummer.
Yeah, come on, Artie. I'll keep doing this.
Get him done.
I'll keep giving you material.
He's got a one-armed Def Leppard.
You're the one who went it. Yeah, you're the one who went into that.
No. But then what happened was,
I'm being nice. I don't want to. That is a serious thing. It's tough to do.
No, yeah, and she got bullied, and then she decided to set up like an anti-bullying campaign.
I love that.
And she set up a program called Friends for all the lonely kids. And,
that is something.
transfers.
Tammy's point is, were the other students aware that her father got famous on a show that was famous for bullying people for 22 years?
Right.
No.
All we did was bully people.
No, but then in 12th grade, her and a girlfriend became the first homecoming queen in Calabasas High School.
Wow, that turned around. That's right.
Yeah, and this is our, and like I brought her out on the football field. It was like obviously it's in halftime, and and when they announced Greta at the time,
right? What's her name now? What's his name?
Knight. But like then the whole place went.
Wow.
Think about that.
But the whole place went crazy. It was and you understand Calabasas, Artie.
Yeah, I've been there before.
All right, but it used to be known as Calablacklis.
Right.
It was
so you buy a house there.
Kardashian showed up.
No, and then the Wayans family.
Cala African American.
Then the Wayans family moved in. It was 50-50. But what happened is like.
Do you do that, Joe?
I don't know, Artie.
That's something with the R. Kelly. That's something with my R. Kelly did.
No, but seriously, it was.
That's the Wayne Cage 12. That's your Cage 12.
No, it was a big triumph, and and like the news covered it, but they never mentioned me. In fact, Baba Booey even said when I talked to him.
Well, it's probably good for ratings.
No, they never mentioned me at all. And
it's not your story.
No, exactly.
Yeah, right. It's not about you. It's true. It's good that they did.
No, I know, but you were asking me, but nobody, it wasn't about me, and I was very proud.
What about your other children? You have 3, right?
Yeah, my middle daughter is.
How's she doing?
She's in high honors, and
it's great.
Excelling. She's won 1 billion awards for academics.
So you're close with them, divorce-wise. You guys.
Yeah.
How often do you have custody?
And then my son is 10.
Now, when is he going to be old enough to drive you around?
4 years.
Now, is Justin going to train him?
And he.
What does he want to do? Does he play ball? Is he?
He's a skateboarder.
Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
Which
California skateboard kid.
That's cool.
I knew I shouldn't have got him into weed, but he's a skateboarder, and he also.
Do you say "but" real quick after every joke?
All right, I just know you're going to trash me, so I don't care. But
no, I'm just saying, I don't know if you should do that. Because you know what? It's like you don't have confidence in the punchline. You think you got to do something about it.
I don't think confidence in the punchline is the only problem.
Well, no.
All angles,
don't get mad. Now, see, don't get mad,
I'm
John.
not mad. No, I'm not mad.
What happened to the circle of trust? I'm just saying.
I'm not mad at all. But anyway, I'll tell you a funny story.
Anyway,
I'll tell you a funny story.
Go ahead. Oh, it's about time.
I'm afraid to laugh.
No.
It's about time, but.
Get her done.
Get her done, but. Go ahead. What is it?
I'm not even.
What is the funny story? Go ahead.
I might get in trouble for it, actually.
Oh, well, come on.
You're worried about that now? Wait, somebody might get pissed?
Well, yeah.
There is a lot of John and I can't talk about. There is a lot of Stern Show gossip, but you work there a long time and you do become friendly with people, and there's some people that you hope are doing okay that I really like.
My son's really cool. He's like, cool. He's 10 in a freaking 15-year-old's body. I mean, the kid's
you're studying that hard.
Well, he's a huge computer guy, and he's
Girls
learned
or guys' body.
He's learned how to hack. Let's just say that.
Really? What do you hack into?
Oh, wow. Oh my God! Probably your Tinder account or something.
No, he's hacked into things. That's what I'm worried about, Artie.
Well, are you kidding me?
Anybody,
what?
I don't want to get.
I think it's cool.
Oh.
What do you hack into?
I'm a little worried.
Global
about
thermonuclear war.
Exactly.
There's a reference.
Exactly.
You really dated all of us on that.
Larry the Cable Guy's joke book. Did he get into that?
No, but he's
disclaimer. He's
a genius too. The kid, all the kids are really, really bright.
Yeah, who do they take after?
There we go.
Susanna.
You guys are you and Susanna are very bright.
But she's got a boyfriend already.
Who does?
Susanna.
Are they getting married?
They live in Sherman Oaks, which is 20 minutes away. He's
right
in your house.
Well, that's good.
No. They got their own place.
What does he do? Is he in the business?
Susanna, his ex-wife.
What's his?
He's a struggling artist.
What's his catchphrase?
Oh no.
He's a struggling artist.
What's his catchphrase?
Well, he's half white, half African American.
Is he really?
Stephen Curry.
So she won the mulatto?
The wordplay.
That was quick. Come on.
Justin doesn't even know that word.
Get her done.
She won the mulatto, but no. So what does that mean? So that's good. Why do you have to bring that up? It's racist to even bring that up.
No, I just thought that you would enjoy that to make fun of me.
I would not. Why would I make fun of you? Because she's dating a black guy? I would never do that.
Would you get back with her if?
No,
you don't want to do that.
No. I mean, I love the girl. Always will love her, but I'm not.
Yeah, black guy struggling artist. I'm sure he makes a lot of money. Black guy struggling artist. That adds up to a big paycheck. What kind of art? What does he do? Is he a painter?
He's a painter.
Like Basquiat, like Jean-Michel Basquiat.
He's a boat builder.
Is he?
Yes, he builds boats.
Oh, really?
Like George
Model
Steinbrenner.
What?
Like models?
Like
why an artist?
No, like sailboats. It's like real boats.
So you could have a business doing that.
I don't know.
Sailboats. That's good.
And
he builds. So is he building a sailboat right now?
He has one in the garage actually. At the place.
He's got a full boat.
Any takers on it? So he waits for people who want to buy a sailboat, and he sells them a sailboat.
I guess that's what he does. Already.
Is the sailboat market big in Sherman Oaks?
He's a nice guy. I don't have a problem.
It sounds like a great guy.
Is he good to your kids?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, what does that mean?
It sounds well. I don't want to. It sounds awkward. I don't want to get involved.
No, he's good to the kids.
Any complaints from your kids about him? Yes.
He's good to the kids.
Really?
That was a yes.
Does he watch them at the zoo?
What?
Does he watch them at the zoo?
Was there ever a time?
Dan, look at Dan.
At the zoo.
When Dan
At the
laughs,
zoo.
it's painful. Like, I love the pain on his face. It looks like Chinese torture.
Oh, for me?
No, for Dan. I love when he laughs.
Because kids at the zoo can get away from you.
I love it.
Does he have kids that he brought into the picture?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh my God.
So they live with two of his little girls. In the house.
So they better watch those kids at the enclosure. Does he teach your kids how to get over the fence? His kids teach your kids.
This is so wrong.
They get along, all the kids?
Do they? Yeah, that's true.
Yes, they all get along.
And was there a point, I got to say something to this guy because my kid's complaining.
Are you married?
No.
Are you divorced?
No.
Have you ever been married?
No.
But it's not a hard thought process, right?
Yeah, I'm saying is he's asking a question.
What is that?
No.
No. But what were you saying? It was.
Well, why were you asking me that? Because I should know the scenario on some level.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any children?
I don't.
Do you want them?
I think maybe one day, but I'm not. It could not happen too.
Will your future?
Okay. Do you want kids, Artie?
I'll take the two mulatto kids.
Here, take Justin.
Are they for sale? No, what do I want kids? I don't know. Probably not.
That's why I'm here.
I've always thought that you would want a son just to take him to the baseball game.
Yeah, right. And then what am I doing?
Game ends at some
Have him drive you home.
I like him to exactly. And then what? No, I don't know. I don't think I want kids. Though.
Really? Like all your life? Because all my life I always wanted kids.
Well, you're
Did
Puerto
you,
Rican.
Tammy?
No. I love my son. I'm happy that he's here, but I was only grown up and got pregnant by accident.
It's a big responsibility, especially if you're a comedian. You're traveling, and it's a living thing you got to take care of. I know,
And I worry about. I don't know if I worry about like messing him up more than anything.
Right.
They come out good, then it's the parents that mess them up.
But yours is what, 8?
8.
Yeah. I mean, I love my kids. I wish I had more, actually.
Well, go ahead. You can have more still. You're a man.
Yeah.
You can have more.
That means I gotta freaking get married.
You don't have to do that. How much is
You're Puerto Rican. You don't have to get married.
I know. I didn't the first time, but I'm just saying.
But
because my first one, oh fuck you. But the first one, it's I got a target on my fucking back, but I just take it because.
What? Don't be a victim. Be a hero.
I am a victim. I'm a stutterer.
Well, stuttering gave you a nice life.
That's true.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
But honestly, when you drink, do you stutter more?
No, I don't stutter at all when I'm drinking.
I mean, you always said that. I remember about that.
Yeah, I always said that.
You get
like
relaxed.
I'm slurring, John.
You get relaxed.
Yeah. I don't. I don't stutter when I'm
because
drinking.
you could live life and be
But you know what,
sociable.
Artie,
But John the stutterer, that guy has a bad affliction.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I have really bad OCD. I mean, bad OCD. Like I take medication for it.
Right. Clearly, you're very precise about everything.
And well,
how does that manifest itself? Because OCD people used to have everything organized, everything's got to be in its place.
I'm the other OCD. I'm a slob, but but I do, like, if I have a bad thought, like if I'm leaving your house,
right,
and then I have a bad thought, I'll hold the door open and walk back in, and then walk back out.
Oh, wow.
And no, it's awful.
He called me 7 times when we were on the balcony.
Oh,
Artie.
So what happens when you have a funny thought?
Anyway, so but
so mad at me. Look at you. So mad.
No, I'm not mad at you at all. No, I love you, Tammy. I'm not mad at anybody. But but the truth is, and because all my kids have it.
Oh, that sucks.
And my dad.
It's tough to see a kid with that
and my dad had it, and like for me, believe it or not, to have like some beers, it takes the edge off it.
I believe that completely.
I mean, so
you should try heroin.
No, but I mean,
Coke.
it really does
well,
help.
Of course, Dan. I mean, John, it's alcohol. Of course, it does. It helps you a lot. I mean, that's.
It takes that edge.
John, it takes it right down. Well, I used to do Coke and sit in my room.
Well, you focus more
because it
on
calmed
Coke.
me down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Coke would calm
I didn't
you
know
down?
Coke calmed you down.
Some people
For
do.
me, it did because I'm crazy in my head.
Some people do Coke and get over
really?
the gorilla enclosure.
Go by myself.
It's on this gorilla enclosure. His name is Harambe.
Well, let's.
God rest his soul.
Let's. We took him right out. Put it this way: if I have a 3-year-old kid and a silverback gorilla is pulling its shorts up, if you have a gun and you don't shoot.
No, I agree they had to kill him, but you know what, Tammy? I don't believe that the gorilla was going to kill that kid.
I don't think so either.
Well, I don't think
you
you're
would've
a
fucked
judge
him.
of gorillas.
Fucked him.
I don't think you know. I don't think you're a judge of gorillas.
Well, yeah, no, I know that, but I just don't think he would have. But I don't blame them for killing him.
Yeah, it's
Justin, start the car. Let's give our plugs.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of
It's
here.
not the first hole I dug.
John, what you got coming up?
I'm going to be at the headlining the Tahoe Improv.
Say it like Bud Friedman.
I don't know how
You
Bud would
were
say
doing
it.
it earlier.
Well,
with your British accent.
Yes, I'll be at the Tahoe Improv June 22nd to the 26th.
Try it not like him.
Okay, and then I'm going to be at the Irvine Improv. The Irvine Improv headlining that June 15th.
That's great.
And then I'll be in Vegas July.
Where do you play in Vegas?
Well, you know what, Artie? I'm one of the guys that was booked to do a week at the Improv at Harrah's, and then what happened? I don't know. They closed down, the Improv in June.
Really?
Yeah, and it was.
Do you think they knew that? Before they booked it?
Yeah, I think they knew I was coming.
After they booked it.
Who else was going to do it?
Well, I was the headliner, but it doesn't matter. They just closed it down, and then so that went away. And some guy, you'll love this. So some guy, I'm like, all right, well, there goes fucking, some good money. And then
at least $2,500.
Yes, at least 2,500. Sorry, Russ.
No, I thought that was more than enough.
No, it was actually more than that. And then and then some guy called me and just said, "Hey, do you want to come to the Adrenaline Bar and Grill?" And then,
Tammy, what are your plugs?
Lexington, Kentucky. The comedy off Broadway, way off Broadway, and then the Des Moines Funny Bone.
And when are you going to do the podcast?
Well, these are two now.
This is my last podcast.
I guess so.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
You did nothing wrong today at all.
Yeah.
Nothing.
We're fine.
Yeah, no, I think everything was fine. And then I'll be.
So how many are in the books?
What's that?
How many podcasts are in the book?
Well, after this, there'll be 4.
Yes.
And then
none have aired yet.
What's that?
None have aired yet.
2 aired.
Oh, okay, so you got two. You got 2 in the can.
Yeah. Now the Pat Cooper one is gonna drop on Wednesday.
Drop.
Who
you, P. Diddy?
Drop it like it's hot.
Whatever. It'll air
Russ,
on
Justin, where are you going to be? Right outside wherever John is?
Yeah.
He's going to be in therapy. That's where he's going to be.
But go ahead and follow me at Stuttering John M on Twitter.
Did you ever get verified?
No.
Not yet?
Nope. They won't do it. And then
why won't you do that?
I don't know. And then stutteringjohnmelendez.com. And Tammy, you want to plug your sites?
How many followers do you have?
Dude, I'm still just 11,000. I know you have 400,000.
That's not what I'm asking. That's not why I'm asking. Huh?
No, I only have 11,000, man. I'm a big loser.
Justin, thanks. Dan, thanks. Russ, you want to mention anything?
Nah,
yeah. Russ, you want to go with me to the Columbus